Suave on the track.
Whatever it takes. The alleyway. Yeah, we had street dreams. Street dreams. Put my life on the line for this shit, we had street dreams. Street dreams. Yeah, we had street dreams. Guess whoa, yeah, these on my chest, whoa. All about my check, whoa. Nigga, this ain't checkers, this is chess, whoa. Put one in my head, cause I played it up this vest, whoa. Look, these bullets generous, gangsta and a gentleman. Feeling like I'm SP, I don't deal with middlemen. Bosses, I'm on bosses, chrome hearts mixed with crosses. Smoking palm leaves, while reflecting on these losses. Street dreams turn to nightmares into street dreams. Street dreams. Put my life on the line for this shit, we had street dreams. Street dreams. Yeah, we had street dreams.
Pablo, dreams of being Chapo. Never expected this though. Lost a couple homies, stuff fucking with my mental. I ain't never tried so much in a year. Skipping red lights, nigga, you won't leave me here. Mind playing tricks on me, we make it clear. 40 stuff in the mind clear, ain't no fear. Street dreams always turning nightmares. Street dreams always turning nightmares.
Street dreams. Street dreams. Put my life on the line for this shit, we had street dreams. Street dreams. Yeah, we had street dreams.
Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. Salute to everyone that's in the building. This is your fly player brother, Aboriginal Power, and this is another Wake and Bake show, and this is some news you can use, so don't snooze. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Make sure if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Do not forget to hit that notification bell so I can bring you some mail. Now, go ahead and drop a fire emoji in the chat for the family that's listening in. I need y'all to let me know that you guys can hear me loud and clear. I want to make sure you can hear me loud and clear. Salute to the family that's in the building. This all love. Man, oh man, this is the Wake and Bake show, man. We got a couple conversations we want to get into. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. The general of the Tethers task force is in the building. We got Golf Tree Studios. We got Body Arts, Poison Puppet, Big Dog Philly OG. And shout out to everybody else that's listening in that's not able to comment in the comment section. It is quite early for those that's moving around, maybe on the West, Central, and even on the East Coast. It ain't even 9 o'clock in the morning yet. So it's grand rising to everyone that's in the building. Make sure you guys be safe as you move around, as you get ready to head to work, as you get the children dropped off at school. Make sure you guys be safe, be aware, stay vigilant, and stay dangerous. I'm sending my blessings out to you guys and your families, all right? So, yeah, man, what's the good old big deal with the good old peoples, man? What's the motherfucking big old good deal, my niggas? What we got going on, man? Can I talk to some real niggas for a second, man? This your brother, Aboriginal Power, man. Y'all already know the vibes, man. Is delineation causing disruption in America? I don't know. I need you guys to let me know what you guys think. We do got a couple clips lined up for you guys, unfortunately, or fortunately. We do have some clips lined up for you guys that we do want to get into, kind of just addressing some of the shit that's going on in politics and current events, what's going on within the culture, conversations that need to be had. We got to bring these conversations to the table at some point in time. And I'm glad that I'm able to do so on this YouTube channel that I've created and provided for the family. We get to chop it up with the grassroots. This YouTube channel is the channel for the people. So I want to make sure we get that out the way and get that thing known. So shout out to everybody that is in the building. I do want to kind of get to it in a second, but before we do that, we do want you guys to drop those fire emojis in the chat. We do want y'all to drop those fire emojis in the chat. Now, listen, y'all. I know it ain't y'all responsibilities, or it ain't even y'all don't even got a curve. I do want to reiterate this: hit that like button, share the live stream, and subscribe to the channel. Sharing the live stream and hitting the like button really helps this channel out a lot. It lets the algorithm know that you guys enjoy it by you hitting the like button. And when you hit the like button, it puts us into the algorithm for people to be able to come in and view this type of content. You feel what I'm saying? It puts us in the ability to be able to enjoy this type of content. So I do appreciate everybody for tapping in. You understand me? Also, this channel is not monetized, so we don't make 1 red cent off of any video content that we make on YouTube. You understand what I'm saying? And if it is anything being made, it's usually coming directly from the followers and the supporters of Aboriginal Power live streams and channel. Okay. So, hey, all donations are welcome and appreciated, but you're not obligated. All right. Shout out to everyone that is in the building. How y'all feeling before we even get started? Is there anything the family want to address, want to ask, want to get off their chest, want to make a statement, anything I need to cover, talk about, look into? Y'all let me know right quick in the chat. It's the chance for me to chop it up with the family this grand rising. This is your fly player brother, Aboriginal Power. All right. So shout out to everybody that's in the building. I see we got Gable, Copper Tone, Big Chief All-American, Original Intellect that snuck in the building. We appreciate y'all for coming in. We definitely appreciate y'all for coming in. But if y'all ready to rock out and get right into the show, today's show, I do need y'all to drop those fire emojis, flood it out real quick, and share this on whatever social media outlet of your choice. Let me say this again, family. I need you guys that's listening, to share this live stream on whatever social media outlet of your choice. I also need you to hashtag Aboriginal Power, hashtag delineation when you guys post this, okay? Now, if y'all ready to get right into today's show, let's get this thing going off properly, and let's get right into the intro. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Let's go.
I'm with the shooters. I on that type of computer. I'm with the shooters. I on that type of computer. Fresh up out the stove, come and get it while it's hot. Little nigga, Mr. Bird, you was tweaking with a thigh. You done lost some pussy after beating up the block. I'ma put this shit on gang, I be getting to the guap. Think you hotter than me, then that nigga off the block. Why Keisha got these niggas really thinking they are ox? Hit them niggas up, got me feeling like I'm pop. All these niggas pussy and they cherries getting pop. With a Glock 45, all them niggas getting shot. I'ma spin a block, nigga, I'ma spin a block. I'ma dip the pill, let my man get a shot. Got these niggas switching up from a fan to a op. Niggas really hate that I'm the man on my block. Nigga, I'ma stand tall, 100 grand on my block. Strip on fire, sedan on my block. Watching for the feds, it's a van on my block. Lead a motor running, yeah, yeah. Lead a motor running, yeah, yeah. Lead a motor running, yeah, yeah. I can feel it when it's coming, I can see before it's coming. I can feel it when it's coming, Lead a motor running, yeah. Lead a motor running, yeah. I can feel it when it's coming, I can see before it's coming. I can feel it when it's coming,
Well, it's really quite remarkable if you think about it, because we're watching in real time in America the fabrication of history, the rewriting of history, the fabrication of false folklore happening in real time. It was just the first draft of a fake history. They're doing it right now with their boy Charlie Kirk. You know, suddenly this person has become like an empty vessel into which they can pour all of the cliches in popular culture about martyred leaders, you know, people who stood for something, and who got, you know, cut down in their prime. It's like if you ask ChatGPT or some Hollywood hack screenwriter to come up with a fictional stereotype of a man of the people, you know, someone who truth teller, wasn't afraid to tell the truth and whatnot, stand up for his principles and so forth, and he gets cut down in his prime. Here's your story. This is the premise. This is what they're doing. So now you wrap up the actual historical record of this man. You wrap that up in the gauze of these cliches and their cynical sentimentality until the actual man himself is completely obscured. And in fact, this is how you wrote your whole history. And we're watching it now play out in real time. You mythologize like you're doing now.
You hear what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. They're literally creating the fake illusion of history right now as we speak. And we need our people to really understand what is really going on amongst our people. You understand what I'm saying? This is an illusion. And we are here to set the record straight. We are a little different than our ancestors, but still carry the essence, spirit, the morale that our ancestors bestowed in us. Some of the stuff that we do are generational, but as a generational people, as a liberational people, as a revolutionary people, as a revered people that is now understanding their power, now understanding the importance of being on code and the importance of delineating, we are now setting the tone. My FBA and Aboriginal Indigenous brothers, they're mad and they think that we have a secret agenda, a secret plan, but our plan is as open can get. On code, delineation, reparation. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to get into. Shout out to everybody that is in the building. I do want to say shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hopefully you guys can hear the audio and hear me loud and clear. Hopefully you guys can hear the audio and hear me loud and clear. Okay. I do want to get into some more of this information and some more of this heat. So if y'all ready to rock the house out, hit that like button, thumb up the video. Let's go.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbine just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
It makes much more sense that there had to be a grand conspiracy in which the local police colluded, the FBI colluded, Turning Point colluded, Erica Kirk colluded, and even international intelligence agencies colluded, and some billionaire cabal colluded, all to take out this objectively insignificant, fringe, mediocre drifter who made all of his money by hateful rage baiting on behalf of the power structure.
Now we got to understand rage baiting, the social understanding of our people has been one of the main effects. They play off of the hardship of our people. They play off of the fake victimhood of our people. I need y'all to pay attention to what's been said here. Okay?
This objectively insignificant, fringe, mediocre drifter who made all of his money by hateful rage baiting on behalf of the power structure. I'm telling you, Candace Owens does not believe a single word that she says. Neither does Erica Kirk. And this whole whodunit movie, this whole whodunit drama series is being produced just so that you can busy yourself with that when you actually have much more urgent and much more important crises of your own that you should be dealing with. Watch, some of you are going to come into the comments right now after what I just said. I know some of you are going to come in the comment section talking about your own conspiracy theories to argue about, the whatever the angle of the bullet and so forth. You won't be able to restrain yourself to argue about this completely irrelevant and unrelated to your own life scripted performance piece. And look, I'm not saying that I know who was responsible for the killing of Charlie Kirk or what other characters might have been involved behind the scenes. I don't know. But what I am saying is that there is no
Man, what he's trying to say is that that this is all a play. You know, I need y'all to understand that this is all a play. And as long as we don't play the game, we can't be controlled with their system. You understand what I'm saying? We cannot be controlled with a system. Now, a lot of people have been speaking on the whole Shibuya. I think that's his name. Shibuya gave a whole award speech speaking on this whole ordeal. You know, he gave an apology speaking on the whole situation, uh, talking about how he felt. He was sad, this, that, and the third. And you know, he came out talking about that America was built off of immigrants. You understand what I'm saying? This is the utter disrespect that we allow these people to tether on to our people, tether on to our culture. And as soon as they make it big and success, they find the first opportunity they get to shit on Black Americans and to discredit all the work, contributions, inventions, and innovations of our people. We are not going to allow fleeing immigrants to speak down negative on our people. We're checking it at the gate. I need y'all to understand that, family. I don't give a rat's ass. I'm standing up and defending our people at all costs. And I'm glad that there's other brothers and sisters that's out here. We got brothers like Afro Elite. We got brothers like A1, Chief Holiday. We got people like Black Alpha. You see Tariq Nasheed out here doing their thing. We got brothers in our community like Smoke Signal, the General Nasir, who's also the general of the Tethers Task Force. We got brothers out here standing on American business that's going to do everything they can to protect Black Americans. We're not saying protect degeneracy. We're saying protect the lineage, the culture. If y'all with me in the build, I need y'all to drop some motherfucking fire emojis. Where everybody at? Y'all acting quiet in the build. Do we got some family to understand? Also, let's get a few people to support the channel. Don't do your favorite nephew like that. This is the latest YouTube live stream in the morning show that you can find. This is your brother Aboriginal Power. This is the Mother in Wake and Bake. All right. So let's get right up into it though.
For this. And again, the last thing I want to say, immigrants built this country, literally. Actually, immigrants built this country.
Immigrants ain't built this damn country, you lying tether. See, this is the lies that they do. I want y'all to listen to this.
For this. And again, the last thing I want to say, immigrants built this country, literally. Actually, so this is for them, for all children of immigrants. This is also for those who came to this country in search of better opportunity to be a part of a nation that promised freedom for all and equal opportunity to everyone willing to work for it. Thank you for bringing your culture, your music, your stories, and your traditions here. You give America color. I love y'all so much.
Thanks for bringing your music, culture, and color to America, because this is what he's trying to make it seem like the culture of America is foreign culture. See, these tethers will take your credit. He'll take your innovations, strip it away from you, and give it to the white man. Who is this guy? Whose man's is this? This is y'all man's? This y'all man's? Shibuya?
For those who came to this country in search of better opportunity to be a part of a nation that promised freedom for all and equal opportunity to everyone willing to work for it. Thank you for bringing your culture, your music, your stories, and your traditions here. You give America color. I love y'all so much. Thank you.
Man, who paid this goddamn agent to do this shit? Who paid this motherfucking agent to do this type of shit? Who paid this agent to do this shit? See, this is let you know that there's a secret agenda behind the scenes. The Democratic Party and other people want to cause disruption in the delineation. See, this is what they want. They want the delineation movement to hurry up and be put in the past. They want it to be rushed and hurry up and dumped in the bag. They don't want this to be the conversation. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Colonizer. I'm sorry, Mr. Tether and Foreigner, that delineation is the new norm. Yes, family, delineation is the new norm. You're going to have to get used to delineation. You're going to have to get used to this. Us delineating is not something that's going to wear off and become a phase. This is the new norm. This is going to be forever now. You guys are going to have to get used to it. You haven't been used to pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. You guys been tethering on to our people for so long. You don't know what to do now that you're all by yourself. Share this live stream, family. I need y'all to share this live stream. We're 21 minutes in. We got 52 people in here listening. Let's get a few people to get in here and share this live stream with us, family. Share this live stream. Let's get a few people to also support this channel. Also, family, let's get a few people to support this channel. Let's get right back into some more of this heat.
Why didn't they build up their homelands? Why come to a foreign land and build that up, but not fight to build up the land that you're from? That's the part that I'm really not understanding with a lot of y'all argument. It's not making sense to me. Why travel hundreds of thousands of miles to a foreign place and put all of this work into building something when you could just take that same work ethic and tenacity and build up the fucking land that your ancestors have walked? I'm not understanding that. Can somebody please break it down to me like a 3-year-old? And I don't want to hear, oh, it's not that easy and blah, 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 blah. Because Black Americans absolutely built this country. Was it easy? No. We have whole cities and shit underwater. Whole black ass cities underwater. Whole black ass cities bombed for no other reason than they were black ass cities. Getting chased and bitten and mutilated by dogs.
And now they getting mutilated by dogs. They getting shit brought out on them, and now they want us to help. We're not helping none of these immigrants. I see Al Bay Day 777 has a question. If you have a question, brother, I would appreciate it if you hit the link and come on and ask the question. We can quick dialogue. I can answer your questions with the full context that you're asking. And yeah, we can chop it up and hopefully give you some clarity.
There's literally a recipe book on how to cook and prepare a Black American. Strange Fruit Hanging from the Trees was not just a fun song that was created. So was it easy?
No, it wasn't just a fun song. It was a weird, sick, and sadistic fantasy that the oppressing class had in their minds. They had a weird, sick fantasy and fetish of wanting to harm Black Americans. And now we fast forward to 2026, we see foreigners fall up under the same umbrella as the colonizers is now openly expressing their fantasies about us being harmed in 2026. What do you mean by that? They are wishing that we get deported. They hoping that ICE get us next. This is the same sick, sadistic fantasy that the colonizers once expressed as well. So that lets me know that the Tethers and the immigrant class of people have adopted a perspective about Black Americans that is not organic to these Tethers. It's an adopted perspective. Shout out to the enemy's public, Brother Nasheed, General of the Tether Task Force. Peace and blessings.
Salute, my brother. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic. How you doing this morning?
My brother, it's amazing how before they receive accolades, when they're coming up, when they're working to achieve whatever they would, they're one of us. But as soon as they receive accolades, it could be accolades from white folks, they delineate and start calling themselves the first Latino, the first Nigerian, the first Dominican, the first Jamaican to win this or achieve this. Even up to the president of the United States, you know, or vice presidents when they're running. First, they're one of us, then they delineate, but they have a problem when we delineate. People have been delineating from us ever since they started coming here.
Absolutely. They've been saying, where you think that me no black like then I'm different black. It's been the stigma of trying to separate and delineate. Oh, I'm not like you Yanks, I'm a Yardie.
Exactly. But now that we seen what's been going on and we're going accordingly, they call
like, no, stay over here with us. Let us keep
they call our delineation
divisive.
What they call it, xenophobia.
Yeah, they say it's divisiveness.
And they call it divisive. They say that we have a fear of them as a group because we are stepping away from them, or not allowing them to interrupt what we're trying to achieve, and not willing to share what we're achieving. Because for one, we've been doing that. We were too giving to a fault. It was to a fault.
We thought we had a camaraderie.
Exactly.
Brother, Nasheed. The reason we were giving because we thought that we were going to be getting some receiving in the
exactly.
End. And at the end of the day, we have gave them their ass to kiss. We have constantly opened our doors. We have openly gave them a seat at the table. We have openly gave them plates. They have been feeding off of us for so long. And what has happened is we have came to the conclusion we don't have enough to feed you guys. And now they feel like they're obligated to be fed. That is a sense of entitlement. They feel entitled to tether off of us.
We mistaked alignment with camaraderie.
Facts.
They will align themselves with us
for economic
only to get what we have, and only to replace us. They will align themselves. Alignment don't mean camaraderie.
Facts. Because
they come over here and they get with those who don't have our best interests at heart. They will form a camaraderie with them, and they will come over here and actually say that they're not one of us. That's delineation.
Well, and like I said, I've seen this time and time again. I've seen foreigners, black foreigners, Hispanic foreigners, literally team up against the Black American based off of one single camaraderie. They're foreigners in the foreign land. A people that have traveled from 10,000 miles away, 1,000 miles away, 3,000 miles away, leaving their homeland to come to another man's land that they say was stolen land, but yet they're still willing to come to this stolen land and try to get a piece of it.
See, a lot of them, they come over here, they'll buy that everybody's an immigrant nonsense. No, that's a damn lie.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody here are not
This is
immigrants.
yeah. They use that this is stolen land argument, right? Even let's just
They
say that
always
this
use
is
that.
stolen land, right? Why are you willing to come to another man's land that they know that you know that is stolen? That means you're
Coming to
willing to
get a
take
piece,
coming to get a damn
coming to get a piece of what was stolen. That's what they're coming to get,
facts,
and replace the people who the land was stolen from. Us.
facts, facts, facts. So a group of people that has traveled 10,000 miles away from their homeland, brother Nasser, is going to do whatever they have to do to be successful. They're going to step on you, your children, your granny to make sure that their people is in a better position by all means necessary. So if that means
Indeed.
undermining you, if that means tethering off of you, if that means throwing you under the bus and backstabbing you, that's what they're going to do. Because they
Most
came
case
too
scenario.
far. They came too far to fail.
Most case scenario, brother. That's what they do. The very first thing they do is they'll talk about. I heard somebody from one of those African countries say, I came willingly. We came on. We came,
Y'all
on
came
ships.
on boats, we came on airplanes, right? We heard
Yeah,
that.
and I'm listening to this fool, and I'm like, this dude buy the story.
Well, that's what I just said earlier. Most of their hate and perspective about Black Americans isn't warranted, meaning it isn't organic. It isn't because we
No, it's not.
literally affected these people. It's a borrowed perspective of hatred. So
Yes,
since
it
they
is.
fall up under the colonizing umbrella, they have adopted the colonizing perspective and stereotypes about us. And now
And-
we have foreigners that look like us that spew and regurgitate these same stereotypical statements that the colonizer has been stating for the last 50 to 100 years.
And we
So
have to
now what I'm
also
saying is
consider that the criteria for coming here. Also, the criteria for being able to come here is some of their behavior, and a lot of them are willing to do it. Like you said, they don't want to come here and fail, so they'll come here and do anything, and have all this performative hate. All of it is performative.
And listen, Europeans knew that. They like, damn, you can get close to the nigger and then affect the nigger, cause disruption. You understand what I'm saying? So they came over here as a tool, as a particular mechanism to cause disruption. You see what I'm saying? They were only used as a tool. And that was the value behind a lot of these foreigners. And that's why the colonist class promoted these Black foreigners. Now that delineation has been in precedent and has been at the forefront of our peoples in the lineage, they have no value. The value has been removed from the tether and Black immigrant class.
And the crazy part is they have no value to no one, but they take it out on those who welcome them.
Right. A bunch of Hispanics and European ICE agents come beat them, shoot them, snatch them up. They get online and say, you Blacks is promoting this. You are helping ICE.
Exactly.
It's misdirected hate.
Exactly. And then this fantasy about they're coming after us next. We're not like y'all. We fight. Okay.
That's a borrowed fantasy again, brother Nasser.
First of all, we fight.
That's a fact.
We don't flee. We stay and fight.
That's a fact.
That's what we do. So their fantasy is just that. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's a damn fantasy. We don't fight. We don't flee.
And that's coming from hate also. That's coming from hate also.
We do not go to these people's homeland, and we don't flee to go nowhere, first of all. And
No,
if
we don't.
if our people do leave to go settle somewhere else for some reason, they're not aligning themselves with the European class of people that's in that country to undermine the indigenous peoples of that country. We're not doing that. We don't align ourselves with white supremacy nowhere on the
No, we
planet.
don't. No, we don't. We don't go there and align ourselves to no one. As a matter of fact, when we do go to other nations, 9 times out of 10 is business. It's business. We have business there. We don't go there because we're fleeing, things are not working out here, or we want some type of asylum. That's what they do. They flee, and it's not about business. It's about them fleeing because they're not making it. They're not able to what they call pull up their bootstraps there. They'll come here and get arrogant. They'll come here and get arrogant with us when we're home when they're not. And they're so proud of being where they're from, being away from where they're from. That makes no sense to me, because if you're that proud, you should be there.
Right.
Well, my brother, I'm about to go into the office now, and I'll check back in with you, brother.
Man, I appreciate you for coming through. Shout out to Enemies Public,
Thank you.
brother Nasir, the general of the Tether Task Force. Shout out to the brother Nasir, man. I appreciate
Salute, my brother. Peace.
all the time, brother. Shout out to the brother Nasir, man. Hey, shout out to you guys that's in the chat listening in. We got 66 total people in here listening. If we can get all 66 of the family that's in here listening to do a quick share, whether it's on your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, or Snapchat, go ahead and give this live stream a quick share. Let's see if we can get 200 people in this live stream. Let's get back to some more of this clip right here. All right, let's go.
Strange fruit hanging from the trees was not just a fun song that was created. So was it easy? No. But did we do it? Absolutely.
I'm gonna move on because there's more stuff we got to cover. And her thing was like,
it was a couple other perspectives he played in this whole conversation. I want y'all to listen to this young lady right here. Perspective.
This is an issue.
Say that ignorant shit like immigrants built this country. I just be questioning, how the fuck do y'all think this country became what it was? To the point where your grandparents or your great-grandparents wanted to come here and contribute to it, because that's all they did, if anything. They contributed to certain things, but they did not build this country. The country that you are living in today, the United States of America as you know it, the reason why it exists in the state that it is off the exploitation and the blood, sweat, and tears of Black American people. Now, I get why.
Not just the exploitation, the inventions of Black people, the innovations of Black people, the constant creation of ingenuity of our people in America, and also the will and effort to not flee and to stay and fight. This is why the country has integrity. This is why the country has culture. This is why everyone wants to be an American.
People think they're the reason why the country is running, because when Black people go outside in their own neighborhoods, you got this ethnicity owning this business, this one owning that one. All of our money is going into the next motherfucker pocket so they can take it back to their neighborhood and their country.
Absolutely. That's why I say delineation is going to prevent a lot of that from even happening. Delineation stops people from co-oping. It stops the disruption. It also makes you start protecting and loving your people more. That means you shop with your people more. That means economically the money is now circulating in our communities more, which creates economic footing. Economic footing gives you the ability to be able to get political footing. Political footing meaning we start moving the chain and the ballpoint for our position and for our people. This is steps that need to be taken. Delineation is one of the first steps, family. Hashtag delineation. Shout out to the FBA and Aboriginal family in the building, family.
Years of Black American people. Now, I get why people think they're the reason why the country is running, because when Black people go outside in their own neighborhoods, you got this ethnicity owning this business, this one owning that one. All of our money is going into the next motherfucker pocket so they can take it back to their neighborhood and their country, circulate that motherfucking money, and build their motherfucking economy up. That's why you think that. But really, they placed here as a buffer class to keep your Black ass economically distraught. But that's another conversation I'll touch on for another day. I'm gonna just touch on 2 industries that people like to say, oh, if it wasn't for immigrants, this industry would be dead. Y'all like to say that about the agricultural industry, and y'all like to say that about blue collar jobs. Now, my theory about the whole blue collar industry is whenever they passed that Immigration Act in the 60s, that is also the same time that they started taking trade programs at a high school. Now, our grandparents and great grandparents used to take these trade courses and use those skill sets to go and have a career and start their own businesses after high school. They weren't worried about going to no fucking college, and they were able to take care of their whole fucking family. Like Julius off Everybody Hates Chris on that one episode when Julius went outside to go to work and all the men on the block had on their fucking blue collar.
Yeah, that's what trade schools was. Trade schools was to be able to take the ability to work with your hands and to do craft and trade work, and to be able to take that skill and ability and go into the real world and be able to work for yourself as contracting or creating a business. You know what I'm saying? Creating the opportunity for you to be able to become your own boss and not spending your whole life working for someone else's under their own imagination for their own profit. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, they understood the importance of getting rid of trade. You don't even hear about people going to these trade schools no more. You feel what I'm saying? Job Corps and things of that nature that got you ready for trade. You don't even hear about kids going to Job Corps anymore.
The work gear. Yes, that is an industry that by and large we took over, but as they slowly start taking these trades out of the school, I feel like that's when they start paying these immigrants under the table to do the same work that we've been doing. We are the original carpenters. We are the original.
Yeah, when the immigrants first came over here, they used the immigrants to take away the young Black American jobs, the young Black American children and teenage jobs. For instance, in the summer, you didn't see a bunch of Mexicans growing up, and where I'm from, cutting grass. It wasn't the adult Mexicans' job. It was the young teenagers' job who had the lawnmower and the weed eater that went house to house cutting the yards in the neighborhood for money. Now you see Hispanics doing that. When I came up, you used to go to the grocery store, whether it was a Food City, Costco's, Piggly Wiggly's, Kroger's Food City, or Food Line. You will be able to go to these particular places and you will see the bagger. Person that's bagging will be a young teenager. You will see the person that was in there stocking the shelves was a young teenager. Now these jobs are dominantly being taken by foreigners, immigrants. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about even going into the restaurants in the summer. Most of the teens and children that I know coming up all had summer jobs working at restaurants and grocery stores. Now you see immigrants working at these fast food restaurants. That's all you see at a Taco Bell or McDonald's or KFC is these Hispanics and other illegal immigrants. They literally came in to take the jobs from young Black Americans. I've been saying this for 5 years now. It's obvious. They targeted the economic stability that was circulating in our community. The teens working at the grocery store and the local fast food helped the money circulate in the community. The young teens going door to door, house to house with their lawnmower, weed eater, and blower and a tarp helped the money circulate in our communities. Now that money ain't even being made in our communities no more, family.
Welders, any blue collar trade that you can name, we are the fucking originators. And it's the same thing for agriculture.
Okay. I'm shout out to her for that. Shout out to, I mean, I'm telling you, the family been on point. And
now we got to get into a couple other points that a lot of other people is making out here as it pertains to indigenous peoples. We know that this is stolen land. That's one of the biggest conversations that they've been saying. I want y'all to listen to this.
They rolled out a coordinated message because this wasn't one artist going off script. This wasn't spontaneous conscience. This was planned, aligned, and reinforced across pins, speeches, applause, and headlines. Bad Bunny didn't just wear an Ice Out pin. He said it on the mic. Clear, unambiguous, timed for applause. Billie Eilish followed with "No one is illegal on stolen land," and the room stood up on cue. Kalani escalated it with urgency. We have to speak up. We have to say something. We have to come together. Olivia Dean, a British artist of Jamaican and Guyanese heritage, framed immigration as bravery, as moral inheritance, saying we're nothing without each other. And online, you had figures like Lefty Gunplay pushing Black and brown unity, not as a conversation, but as a directive. Unity as obligation, unity without terms. Now zoom out. Because this wasn't just happening on stage, it was coordinated. Activists openly said the Ice Out pins were organized, teams were contacted, celebrities were briefed. The symbolism was intentional. That matters. Because when coordination meets cultural authority, you're not watching art anymore. You're watching narrative production. And during the opening of Black History Month, the dominant narrative wasn't Black Americans as a people with specific political claims. It was Black visibility being used to legitimate someone else's agenda. Now let's get specific. Shabuzi, a Nigerian American artist, got on that stage and said, immigrants built this country, not contributed, not participated, built. And when
Right. And they really didn't even contribute for real. If you want to say they contributed to the downfall of this country, absolutely. This is why we have a mass deportation going on in America, because the immigrants haven't contributed to anything great in this country. It has been a downfall. And he sat up there and lied. Yeah, man, shout out to everybody in the building, man. If y'all in the building, support the channel. Support the channel. Cash App information is pinned at the top of the live stream. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hit that like button, share the live stream. This is your brother Aboriginal Power. Let's get into it.
were organized, teams were contacted, celebrities were briefed. The symbolism was intentional. That matters. Because when coordination meets cultural authority, you're not watching art anymore. You're watching narrative production. And during the opening of Black History Month, the dominant narrative wasn't Black Americans as a people with specific political claims. It was Black visibility being used to legitimate someone else's agenda. Now let's get specific. Shabuzi, a Nigerian American artist, got on that stage and said, immigrants built this country, not contributed, not participated, built. And when Black Americans push back, because enslaved labor is not metaphor, because Jim Crow labor is not optional, because this country's wealth extraction has a documented lineage, there was no real correction, no explicit naming of foundational Black Americans. Just a soft clarification later, still hiding behind the vague phrase Black Americans.
All right. Shout out to her. Shout out to that sister about it. So he came out with, first off, let me give a round of applause, honestly. Let me give a round of applause to everybody who made videos, everybody who said something.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody that's speaking up on this whole Shibuya conversation. He did finally issue out a full apology. He issued out a full apology dealing with this whole backlash of him trying to give credit to immigrants for building this country, which is disrespectful to the Black Americans that literally paved the way for immigrants to even come to the country.
Came out with all of the backlash, came out with an apology. An apology, y'all. This is his apology that we're going to get into. Okay, he says, first and foremost, I want to express my deep gratitude to everyone who has supported and celebrated my journey as an artist. I also want to acknowledge the conversation surrounding my acceptance speech. To be clear, I know and believe that we, Black people, have also built this country. Okay, y'all saying a we? Okay, which he's including himself, and then he's not even saying that we built it. He's saying we also built it. So he's still not really taking his statement that immigrants built the country back. I want you to know that in his apology video, he's
yeah, this Twitter statement that he issued apology is a backhanded apology. It's a black-handed apology. It's a black-handed apology. Yeah, it's backhanded in a motherfucker. He's disrespecting our people. Shout out to everybody that did support this Grand Rising. Let me shout out to two people that supported this channel. Shout out to Roger W for supporting the channel this Grand Rising. Shout out to the brother Roger W. We do appreciate the love and support. Shout out to the big brother Voodoo Child. Voodoo Child support the channel. He said January is now February. I got you, gang. I got to get the rest of the team on the board. They've been all out of whack. We're going to try to lock in within the next week, brother. for sure. We got to get this done ASAP. Shout out to the brother Voodoo Child. Appreciate you for reminding me, brother.
Statement. He's finding a way to double down on what he's saying. Okay. He says, my words were never intended to dismiss that truth. I am both a black man and a son of Nigerian immigrants, and it is over. Hold on, sorry. And in the overwhelming moment of first off, let me just read that. In the overwhelming moment of winning my first Grammy, my focus was on honoring the sacrifices my parents made by coming to this country to give me and my siblings opportunities they never had. Well, here's the thing. Let me just get this off the screen, right? Get this off the screen.
You gotta realize these immigrants always does the same thing. This is a constant play from immigrants. They come over here continuously and give credit to other people that doesn't even supposed to even have this credit. They love to take and discredit Black Americans. They love that. They get a thrill out of that. They can't have no achievements of my people like
person, so you know, is also a Nigerian.
Shabuzi's Grammy acceptance speech shows that we're living in a low trust society. Unfortunately, people are assuming erasure or negative intent because he chose to highlight and uplift immigrants. He himself is an immigrant himself. When you live in a low trust society, people assume negative intent. They assume that you're trying to not give them where credit is due or giving yourself more credit than is due. And that's what we're seeing with Shabuzi in the Grammy acceptance speech, is that people see Shabuzi and others like him, especially in America, outgroup. And the outgroup for many Americans are immigrants. And immigrants in a lot of different ways are under attack from a lot of different forces, from a lot of different ways. So I do believe that we're going to continue seeing people assume negative intent and erasure from people they deem part of an outgroup and not part of their in-group. And that's going to unfortunately negatively impact many immigrants.
No.
Do you hear this tether talking point? This is another tether talking point right here. I need y'all to listen to this. I'm going to run it back just a little bit so we can listen to this tether talking point. This guy is an absolute imbecile, an absolute tether. He just did a bunch of lying, explaining, while also bigging up other immigrants, while also downplaying Black Americans. See, I'm going to start teaching y'all tether.
There's people going out trying to make somewhat of. Now, this
shows that we're living in a low trust society. Unfortunately, people are assuming erasure or negative intent because he chose to highlight and uplift immigrants. He himself is an immigrant himself. When you live in a low trust society, people assume negative intent.
Tether sympathizer. He is a tether his damn self. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Listen, let's get these likes up, family. Y'all got to put me in the algorithm, family. Put me in the algorithm. We got 79 people in here and we got 59 likes. That means there's 20 people that has not hit the like button yet, family. That means there's 20 people that has not hit the like button. I know we ain't got that many haters, and I know we ain't got that many tethers in here listening. Tethers, come out the bushes. If you're in here, come talk to me. Let's have a legitimate, articulate conversation. This ain't about arguing with me. It's coming about some type of resolution.
His Grammy acceptance speech shows that we're living in a low trust society. Unfortunately, people are assuming erasure or negative intent because he chose to highlight and uplift immigrants. He himself is an immigrant himself. When you live in a low trust society, people assume negative intent. They assume that you're trying to not give them where credit is due or giving yourself more credit than is due. And that's what we're seeing with Shabuzi in the Grammy acceptance speech, is that people see Shabuzi and others like him, especially in America, as an outgroup. And the outgroup for many Americans are immigrants. And immigrants in a lot of different ways are under attack from a lot of different forces, from a lot of different ways. So I do believe that we're going to continue seeing people assume negative intent and erasure from people they deem part of an outgroup and not part of their in-group. And that's going to unfortunately negatively impact many immigrants.
Bro, if you're a foreigner and you're coming from an outside country, outside of America, then you're considered an outside group. See, they want to be respected as Americans. They want to be Black Americans so bad, but also big up their own immigrant foundation. Man, this is the dual allegiances and the tether tactics that I'm talking about. This is why delineation is one of the biggest things, because it prevents like this for speaking on behalf of us. Hashtag delineation, family. This is some bullshit.
A lot of different ways. So I do believe that we're going to continue seeing people assume negative intent and erasure from people they deem part of an out group and not part of their in group. And that's going to unfortunately negatively impact many immigrants.
No. Okay. Now, notice the words he's using: assume. And we have this assume, and people have a low trust society. So he's making
all these fake assumptions. He's making all these fake assumptions. Now I need y'all to listen to this Obama speech. Listen to this.
I mean, it's really important for us to remember, you know, unless you're one of the first Americans, a Native American, you came from someplace else. Somebody brought you.
Unless you're a Native American, you came from somewhere else. Somebody else brought you. You could have came on a ship, could have came on an inner tube. But no matter what, you immigrant. Man, if you don't shut that bullshit up. Nah, dude. Native Americans, they came from somewhere else. Literally, Native Americans literally came from somewhere else in their own origin story and their own cosmology. They walked and migrated over here. And when they came over here, there were people already here. Those people are my ancestors, aka Black Americans today, aka the foundational Black Americans. Obama is the ultimate head tether. Y'all hear this bullshit? Listen to this.
I mean, it's really important for us to remember our history. You know, unless you're one of the first Americans, a Native American, you came from someplace else. Somebody brought you. The Irish, who left behind a land of famine. The Germans, who fled persecution. The Scandinavians who arrived eager to pioneer out west. The Polish, the Russians, the Italians, the Chinese, the Japanese, the West Indians, the huddled mass.
Notice he ain't say shit about Black Americans. These people have made it an effort. They go out of their way to discredit Black Americans, aka Aboriginal Indigenous Americans, family. This is why we delineation. This is why we delineating, family. I need y'all to understand this is why we're delineating, family. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. I know this is a hard one to get through. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey, family, let's get these likes up. We have 87 other family members in the building, and we only got 69 likes. That means we got 18 people that has not hit the like button, family. That means we have 18 people that has not hit the like button. Support the channel, family.
The Germans, who fled persecution. The Indians, who arrived eager to pioneer out west. The Polish, the Russians, the Italians, the Chinese, the Japanese, the West Indians, the huddled masses who came through Ellis Island on one coast and Angel Island on the other. Now,
this is one of the greatest tether speeches of all tether speeches. This is the speech that tethers listen to when they need a little motivation. This is the greatest tether speech of all time. Listen to this bullshit.
all those folks, before they were us, they were them. And when each new wave of immigrants arrived, they faced resistance from those who were already here. They faced hardship. They faced racism. They faced ridicule. But over time,
when the fuck did Irish face racism? When did the Germans face racism? When are the East Indians facing racism? if they was facing racism, they wouldn't be allowed into America. They wouldn't be prioritized, and they wouldn't be given $1 million credit lines. What are you talking about, you liar?
Resistance from those who were already here. They faced hardship. They faced racism. They faced ridicule. But over time,
y'all heard this? This is the "I Have a Dream" Tether speech right here. This is the "I Have a Dream" Tether speech. Black History Month.
they faced resistance from those who were already here. They faced hardship. They faced racism. They faced ridicule. But over time, as they went about their daily lives, as they earned a living, as they raised a family, as they built a community, as their kids went to school here, they did their part to build a nation. They were the Einsteins and the Carnegies, but they were also the millions of women and men whose names history may not remember, but whose actions helped make us who we are, who built this country hand by hand, brick by brick.
So he's saying all these immigrants built this country brick by brick, hand by hand.
They were the Einsteins and the Carnegies, but they were also the millions of women and men whose names history may not remember, but whose actions helped make us who we are, who built this country hand by hand, brick by brick.
Notice he said who built this country.
They all came here knowing that what makes somebody an American is not just blood or birth.
So it ain't just blood or birth. So you can't be, bro, do you hear this? He can't be serious. He can't be serious, man.
He said who built this country.
They all came here knowing that what makes somebody an American is not just blood or birth.
Bullshit.
But allegiance to our founding principles and the faith in the idea that anyone from anywhere can write the next great chapter of our story. And that's still true today.
Okay. Y'all see that? Okay. All of that stuff.
Man, that was one of the greatest Tether speeches of all times. You won't hear a Tether speech more greater than that. You won't hear a Tether speech that's more greater than that. Now, I want y'all to listen to these two Tether ladies. These two Tether wenches sit up here and disrespect Black Americans. I want y'all to listen to these two Tether wenches. Listen to this bullshit.
But at the end of the day, I represent Ghana more because I know my culture from Ghana. For an example, my mom, she's American. I don't know what part of Africa she was from. My dad, he's Ghanaian.
She's American, like.
But at the end of the day,
I don't know. They're American.
But
you wouldn't say that to a Jamaican.
But they're African American, though.
But they're African American, though. These people sound so fucking retarded. And they trying to sound smart, but also love discrediting and downplaying Black Americans. This is what Tethers do. They do it on the fly. They do it backhandedly. They do it underminedly. This is what we call undermining. This is what makes you a prime Tether right here.
From Ghana. For an example, my mom, she's American. I don't know what part of Africa she was from. My dad, he's Ghanaian.
She's American, like.
But at the end of the day,
I don't know. They're American.
But
you wouldn't say that to a Jamaican.
But they're African American, though.
Would you say a Jamaican don't know what part of Africa he's from?
Jamaicans are Caribbean, so they already have their own like.
Would you say he?
So Black Americans don't have their own culture, but Jamaicans do. Man, if you don't sit your dumb ass down.
American though.
Would you say a Jamaican don't know what part of Africa he's from?
Jamaicans are Caribbean, so they already have their own like.
Would you say he don't know what part of Africa he's from?
But he know where he comes from. He comes from Jamaica.
Just like a Black person know they come from.
Now, let me pause this.
She sounds so fucking stupid. She sounds so fucking stupid. It don't even make no damn sense, the shit she just said. It don't even make no. She sounds so damn dumb. I want you guys in the chat that's listening to just chop her talking points up. I want to just read you guys' feedback. This is baloney right here. I mean, this is baloney.
Continue with some more of the clip.
I guess maybe okay, but I guess maybe they can. Well, I guess maybe.
Wait, one second.
I guess it's easier to pinpoint.
A Jamaica is from Jamaica, right?
Yes.
An American is from where?
An African American is from Africa and America, but they don't know what part.
And this is why that term is confusing. Is what I hear.
That's why they shouldn't even use the term, man. African American is a term that should never be used on our American people. It is disrespectful, it's disingenuous, and it makes our people non-descendable. Our people have always rejected that term and that phrase and that statement and that classification. African Americans ain't African, family.
Yes.
An American is from where?
An African American is from Africa and America, but they don't know what part.
And this is why that term is confusing. Is what I hear people just say Black Americans now, because we try to do the right thing and at least acknowledge our ancestry. Unlike you don't see a Haitian saying I'm African Haitian or a Jamaican saying I'm African. We try to do the right thing and acknowledge our ancestry, and now it's being used. Well, what part? Like no, just for that we just Black Americans now. Like fuck. All that African American shit, bro. We Black Americans now, bro. Because
never been Africans and we never been African Americans. That's what I need our people to really understand. We never been African Americans. That was something that Jesse Jackson put together in the 80s. I got a leather jacket older than the term African American. Facts. I got a leather jacket that is older than the term African American. Our Aboriginal, Indigenous, and peoples are not African American. That's why the term FBA was created to quantify who we are. And I speak for myself when I say I don't have any African lineage or genetics. I speak for myself. Now, some of y'all may agree, some of y'all may disagree. But I'm just telling you what I have in my lineage, family.
Because of social media.
When people say where you from?
America. And let's get a few people to support the channel, man. We only had 2 people support today's live stream, man. Shout out to Simple Amazing for putting that information in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, rocking out with your brother Aboriginal Power on this Wake and Bake show. We appreciate the love. Shout out to you. Let's get back into some more of this heat, though.
When people say where you from?
America.
What do you say when people say where you from?
America.
No, where's your country?
My country is America. I was born in New York, raised in.
Where your parents from?
My parents are from New York.
Americans, they don't know where they're from, you know.
Americans don't know where they're from.
Americans don't know where they're from. She asked him, where are you from? He said, America. I'm from New York. My family, my mom and them from New York. Oh, you don't know where you guys are from.
Say where you from?
America.
What do you say when people say where you from?
America.
No, where's your country?
My country is America. I was born in New York, raised in.
Where your parents from?
My parents are from New York.
Americans, they don't know where they're from, you know.
Americans don't know where they're from.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
Because you must be Caribbean or African or.
What do you mean Caribbean? Isn't Caribbean a part of America as well?
There's some in there.
Jamaica.
It's not really America, but it's near. It's near, but it's not.
What continent is the Caribbean in? Jamaica in what continent is that? Why are you running?
LOL. You're trying to draw me out.
I'm asking you a simple question. Are you from Congo? In Jamaica. What continent is Jamaica in?
If you don't.
Look at them, dumb as hell, questioning us about our lineage, but you don't even know your damn lineage. You's a damn fool. That's why you can't listen to these dummies. They be sitting here questioning us about our lineage, and they don't even know where the hell they from.
What do you say when people say where you from?
America.
No,
my country is America. I was born in New York, raised in.
Where your parents from?
My parents are from New York.
Americans, they don't know where they're from, you know.
Americans don't know where they're from.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
Because you must be Caribbean or African or.
What do you mean?
This bitch, excuse my language, this bitch and this little gay nigga right here co-signing it. But the little Jamaican wanks gonna tell us that it's a mystery where the fuck we from. See, this pisses me off so much. This is why we're delineating, man. They are dumb. He's a dumb queer. No offense to the queers. He's just a dumb one. Zesty Zalian. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Hit that like button, thumb up the video, support the channel. This is your brother, Aboriginal Power, the hood journalist. Let's go.
My parents are from New York.
Americans, they don't know where they're from, you know.
No, Americans don't know where they're from.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
Because you must be Caribbean or African or...
What do you mean Caribbean? Is the Caribbean a part of America as well?
There's some in there.
Jamaica?
It's not really American.
What the fuck did he say?
As well?
There's African or...
What do you mean Caribbean? Is the Caribbean a part of America as well?
There's some in there.
Jamaica?
He said something now. If you don't shut your little zesty ass up.
It's a mystery.
Because you must be Caribbean or African or...
What do you mean Caribbean? Is the Caribbean a part of America as well?
Some in there.
Jamaica?
It's not really American, but it's near. It's near, but it's not.
What continent is the Caribbean in? Jamaica? What continent is that? Why are you running?
You're trying to draw me out.
I'm asking you a simple question. You're from Congo.
And Jamaica.
And Jamaica. What continent is Jamaica in?
They don't know nothing. They have a true identity crisis, but then questioning our identity and who we are. We know exactly who we are.
Don't answer that. I'm leaving you.
I just want to know what continent Jamaica's in.
I didn't pass geography.
Oh my gosh!
Adonis cooked these fools. Adonis cooked these fools in that whole little segment. Now I want y'all to listen to these immigrants have a discussion right here on this particular live stream. This is absolutely disrespectful. And like I said, delineation rules the nation. Those are a bunch of British idiots. Somebody said in the chat.
What does that mean? All of that. Remember that?
What as a political cost, let's say, of saying we're going to throw your hat in with a program like reparations. How do you think those considerations should be made? Well,
and you asking a Mexican how much reparations we should get. This is already a bogus ass start to the conversation. Can we be real with the family? This is already a bogus ass start to the conversation by asking the goddamn Mexican, should black people get reparations and how much it should be considered. Man.
Going to throw your hat in with a program like reparations. How much do you think those considerations should be made?
Well, it's a good question. I think that one of the things that we've seen from early polling actually is that I think that we should distance ourselves and start getting away from this idea that we should only care about ourselves. Because when we really do start to assert and believe and understand and see how our...
Man, this ain't nothing but a bunch of goddamn tether tactics. She asked you about reparations. You start talking about people feeling good about themselves and others. If you don't shut the up, shut the front door.
How much do you think those considerations should be made?
Well, it's a good question. I think that one of the things that we've seen from early polling actually is that I think that we should distance ourselves and start getting away from this idea that we should only care about ourselves. Because when we really do start to assert and believe and understand and see how our destinies are tied, we kind of get away from this idea that only, people of color care about other people of color and only white people care about other white people and so on. There are a lot of systems that we have to dismantle, but also it does get into this interesting area of where we are as a country about identity, because what does it mean to be?
Man, what in the flip does this have to do with reparations, you lying, tether, Hispanic heifer? See, I can't stand these Hispanic heifers. get on here and gish gallop and talk around the whole goddamn conversation. You're beating around the bush, you damn
Black, who is black and who isn't, especially as our country becomes more biracial and multiracial. Same thing with being Latino. Same thing. It brings up all these questions of like passing and things like that. But I do think it is.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if y'all lost a couple of brain cells.
Man, I lost like 4 brain cells, cuz that's some bullshit. I lost like 4 brain cells. Now we about to listen to, look, she lost like 4 brain cells. Man, that was a meth head Mexican talking to us about reparations. You gonna put a meth head Mexican in front of a camera and ask her about reparations? That is diabolical. No, seriously, that is diabolical on all levels, fam.
But I will. A couple things is, all right, how many people in the United States today are the descendants of slave owners? Forget descendants of slaves. Let's hold that to the side. Descendants
when
of
you ask Tethers about reparations, it's always the same conversation. They're going to beat around the bush, and they're not going to be in favor for it. They're not going to be in favor for it because they can't benefit off of it. Tethers want to be able to tether.
But I will. A couple things is, all right, how many people in the United States today are actually descendants of slave owners? Forget descendants of slaves. Let's hold that to the side. Descendants of slave owners. You've had massive immigration into the United States over the last 150 years. So now you're going to say that people immigrated to the United States who are not descendants of slave owners, were not descendants of that trade. Now they're going to be responsible for paying that out going forward. My mother's Jamaican. My father's Panamanian. You have a lot of black people in this country who are not descendants of the American slave trade. So I already know off top, there's a lot of black people in America who aren't going to be able to get that kind of benefit or get reparations.
Well, most people who are for reparations, they feel like it should go to what they call foundational black Americans anyway.
And I agree with that point. But I'm just saying, I'm just laying out, these are the reasons for why I'm no.
You see that? Okay. Do you see that? They like that because they know, okay, when things clear.
Yeah, they love speaking. That's why they get a tether and speak on behalf of our reparations conversation, because they want to downplay and co-op everything that we're doing. They can no longer do that now because of delineation. Delineation prevents any of these people from co-opting any of our movements. We are the greatest thing since sliced bread. Shout out to my FBA family for tuning in to the live stream. Let's get right back to this heat.
But I do think it's true for black folks who've been successful. Is you got somebody in your family.
Y'all see that? I think that one of the benefits of being an African American, and I'm not saying it's unique to us. This is Obama, whose parents, none of his parents has nothing to do with quote unquote African Americans, but he is referring to himself as an African American. Let me play that back.
The blessings of being an African American. I'm not saying it's unique to us, but I do think it's true for black folks who've been successful. Is you got somebody in your family who's not.
Yeah.
You see that? And this is the cosplaying and all of that. All right. You have more people doing that.
I'm out here because I'm first generation African American. My parents are from Ghana. It took my mom over 30 years to get her visa. Okay. It's not that easy. And I will be damned if anybody thinks that like I'm not her American. So we're here, we're representing, we stand with LA, we stand with Mexico. We're all just one people. And yeah, we need to be out here showing our support. And I look downtown too, and what's happening down here, like if this is where it's going to start, then this is where it's going to start.
Okay, do you see that? I'm a first generation African American, and I stand against ICE. I stand against all of this stuff, and I stand with the Latino community. This is why we ran into a lot of problems, and why I don't like delineating, because they've been able to do a whole bunch of nonsense because we've allowed that to happen. Because we've said, okay, well, you know what, it's kumbaya. I'm your brother. I'm your brother, you my sister. We all brothers and sisters from the motherland, and we all black and all that good stuff. And y'all can come ahead and y'all can do what y'all want to do. We said, what? what Mikasa, Sukasa, or whatever the term is. Mikasa, Sukasa, Sukasa, Mikasa, something Casa. You know what I'm saying? Was mine is yours. We said that. And they've taken that and they've created a bunch of problems. This is why you had, what's his name? Mexican fat man. What's his name? Fat Mexican, fat OT, Mexican OT. Sorry about that. He was all like, I can say the N-word because there were tethers around him giving him the N-word pass. We got pictures. There's videos of Kai Sanat, who's also a tether, giving folks the N-word pass. They will come over here because they have no type of respect at all, and they will give people the N-word pass. Okay? They will come over here, and then they will get on the platform, and they will say, hey, I'm standing against ICE as an African American. I'm standing against this. I'm standing against this. They will get here and speak as if they represent our lineage under the guise of being an African American. And they will use words like we, like Obama did, we, our, you know, like Shabuzi did, our people, we, and all of this stuff. They will include themselves and mix themselves in.
Yeah, they want to include themselves in with us when it comes to positivity. But when it's negativity, they don't want to include themselves with us. That's a fact.
Doing that prevents them from doing that. That's that stop, and they can't move past that. Okay, so everybody has to claim their own lineage. You'll have people like this woman who are out here claiming to be an African American, and
we know good and goddamn well that lady is a damn tether. We know good and goddamn well that lady's a damn tether. I want y'all to listen to this next segment. Before we get into this next segment, family, hit that like button and let's get a few people to support the channel. While we wait on a few people to hit that like button and support the channel, let's get into this next clip. Let's go.
He's on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track, on the
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
Y'all, here it is. Here it is.
Honor to testify on
keep the receipts. I'm telling y'all, I keep the receipts. I keep the receipts on deck.
As important as this one. It's an honor to testify on a topic as important as this one. Nothing I'm about to say is meant to minimize the horror and brutality of slavery and Jim Crow. Racism is a bloody stain on this country's history, and I consider our failure to pay reparations directly to freed slaves after the Civil War to be one of the greatest injustices ever perpetrated by the US government. But I worry that our desire to fix the past compromises our ability to fix the present. Think about what we're doing today. We're spending our time debating a bill that mentions slavery 25 times, incarceration only once, in an era with no black slaves, but nearly 1 million black prisoners.
Well, if you're a prisoner, that means you're a slave, according to the 13th Amendment, sir.
25 times, but incarceration only once, in an era with no black slaves, nearly 1 million black prisoners. A bill that doesn't mention homicide once, at a time when the Center for Disease Control reports homicide as the #1 cause of death for young black men. I'm not saying that acknowledging history doesn't matter. It does. I'm saying there's a difference between acknowledging history and allowing history to distract us from the problems we face today.
Y'all see that? Allow us to just allow history, our history he has no qualification to speak on, to distract us from what we're doing today. That's what he's saying. And this is what happens when you have the actual foundational black Americans confused about who they are. Because we called out Coleman Hughes as we call out other tethers, because we are like, hey, dude, hold on, wait a second. You don't even qualify for this. You don't qualify for reparations. So what are you doing on any type of hearing or task force or anything speaking on that? What are you doing in this room at all? You shouldn't even be in this room, period. What are you doing here at all? See, now that we're on that type of time, people are calling it xenophobic. Now that we're on that type of time, people are having an issue because that shuts down Coleman Hughes. That shuts down a whole lot of the Tethers, the Candace Owens, the Myron Gaines. That shuts all of that stuff down.
Right. That's why we delineate. We ain't even going to keep on allowing these people to keep on speaking on behalf of us. We're not going to continue to keep on allowing that. Tethers do this weird little shit that they got going on. Listen to this.
Okay. Let me show you this picture. Because they will go out and they will brag anything productive. They will sit up there and brag. Okay, this is a rapper. I think a rapper, producer. I think he produces and raps or something like that.
Yeah, this is Tyler, the Creator. He gay than a month. No offense to any homosexuals in the chat, but yeah, he one of y'all homosexual brothers. But he's a degenerate.
Tyler, the Creator. You have Shabuzi, and then you have Cynthia Erivo. Look at what the caption says. Same night, same stage, same route. All right. Same night, same stage, same route. It is saying these 3 Grammy wins, 3 global stars, 1 Igbo story. Shabuzi, Tyler, the Creator, Cynthia Erivo.
So now Tyler, Creator is Igbo. I didn't know he was Igbo. Is he Igbo? Y'all let me know in the chat.
Yo. So when they do something good, delineating is not
Yeah, they just simply delineated. Oh, I'm not black. I'm not none of that. I'm Igbo, nigga. This is a good win for the Igbo. Fuck a black nigga. That's what I get out of it. See, they love separating and delineating when it comes to something positive for them. But when it's negative, they quick to attach themselves to blackness so they can dump all their garbage onto us.
Let me do it. If you don't play, damn it. Go ahead. Now you're going to embarrass me in front of company. Okay, hold on. Lord, y'all see what I got to go through. Y'all see what I got to go through.
Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Shout out to the brother Scats for supporting the channel, man. He said he's supporting the $5 challenge, man. Shout out to N Scats for supporting the channel. Let's get a few people to support today's live stream. Support the $5 challenge. We do got a goal of trying to get 5 to 10 people to support each and every live stream. So let's get a few people to support. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. This is your brother Aboriginal Power. So go ahead and hit that like button and thumb up the video. Let's go.
Wait, I know you lying. Not you sitting up here after being paid off by the Republicans to sow all this division through your FBA movement. And now you want to go where? Not to Senegal, not to Dakar, not to the land of the Taranga, not to the motherland after you done got all these black folks acting like they know how to speak Navajo. No, go to Grand Canyon. Go to Grand Canyon. Huh? Go to Mount Rushmore. You Native American, remember? Huh? You Aztec, you Mayan.
Man, just because we indigenous don't mean we can't go around everywhere else. You talking about go look any nigga, we done already looked there. We can go to look at y'all shitty ass homelands and then come back to our beautiful lands so we can truly appreciate the great land of America. Sometimes we got to be humble. Sometimes we got to go to Zimbabwe and see kids running up to your car with rats on a stick. Sometimes we got to go to Ghana and go outside of a hospital and see the doctor taking a shit on the sidewalk. Sometimes we got to be humble to appreciate our own shit.
You Native American, remember? Huh? You Aztec, you Mayan, you Incan, huh? Huh? No, you're not even old neck with the big noses and the braids in their hair. You Native American. So what you doing in Senegal? What you doing in the motherland after you done sold all of this division and helped to get Trump in office by having all of this discourse against comedy? Now you want to go to the motherland. Now you want to get free. Nah, keep your position. Hold your position.
See?
Go down.
And they don't.
Shit.
Hold on. The whole Kamala. What does Kamala have to do with Senegal? Kamala don't got nothing to do with Senegal. Kamala don't got nothing to do with Africa. Okay, she literally has nothing to do with Africa, but they're mad. Why are they mad? Let's go, because it's a political year. Okay, it's an election year. Why are they mad about what's going on with Kamala? They blame us. And when I say us, I mean FBA. They blame foundational Black Americans, and they blame everybody who's making any type of standing on lineage content. They blame us because what they wanted is to have Kamala follow in the same footsteps Obama led in, okay? They wanted for her to follow in the whole, well, I mean, we got to ride for our Black brother. We got to ride for our Black sister. We got to ride for them. We got to help them get in there. And
they always talking about Africa is the motherland. Africa is a shithole. And it ain't no land that my mother come from, or my grandmother come from, or my great-grandmother, or great-great-grandmother, or great-great-great-great-grandmother come from. Africa's a shithole. Africa ain't got nothing to do with my lineage. America is my homeland. America is the grandmother land, because this is where the land where everybody comes to when you're down bad on your luck.
That's what let Obama get in there. Obama rode that wave. And here's the thing with Obama. Obama burned that bridge to never return again. Obama's second term completely burned that bridge, and nobody has been able to walk over that bridge since. That bridge has never been rebuilt, and we're not letting it happen. Now, unfortunately for Harris tried to, she attempted to rebuild and walk over that bridge, and we didn't let that happen. And that's where the whole delineating, and that's why that's important, because all of that sister girl, and come on now, you got to stick up for your sister. You got to stick up for her. We was all like, no, she's not Black. She's not Black. She ain't even really Jamaican. No.
Yeah, a lot of these people ain't who you think they is. They be putting on these facades and faking the funk. You see what I'm saying? We got to understand that these tethers are out here doing devilish things out here. They're frauding, they're undermining, and there's a lot of other things that these people are doing to our people. We got to realize that none of these people are with us. As a matter of fact, there's another tether and pale skin sympathizer that has been making his way into social media forms, and his name is Anton Daniels. Anton Daniels is one of the biggest bootlicking, buck dancing coons that I've ever seen. And I seen that Kenyon Martin had a few things to say about him or to him in a conversation that they had on a particular podcast. And I kind of want to get into a clip of that and play the conversation. I thought it was absolutely interesting. The conversation from the get-go. I had Kwame Brown on there. Now, Kwame Brown already been going at Anton Daniels for time. You see what I'm saying? Well, I want y'all to listen to this conversation that we got right here. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hit that like button, come up the video, and support the channel. It's your brother Aboriginal Power, and y'all already know the vibe. Let's get a few people to support that channel, man. Hit that like button. We'll be right back. Let's get right into this clip. Let's go.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
Honestly, from a business perspective, I looked at you as a genius. I'm like, oh shit, you really turning into a whole network.
Hey, come on now, stop lying.
No, seriously, this is honest to God truth. This on everything. On my father's grave, I said Gil is a genius. He about to take on all of these other ESPNs and all of this other shit, and he don't need nobody to do it. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like from a content creation perspective, how you built the brand, how you put your homies on and shit like that. I salute you, and again, I think that you're great. But then
I'll tell you what, let's put some clarity on it. Now that we know he don't own, but 50% Underdog put them other people on. But we got to give them a shout out too. Let's give Underdog a salute too.
Here's my thing. Because I look at you as such a great businessman and as a great content creator, my expectation of you is higher. Because I don't look at you. I know you a contributor on the show, but I'm gonna just be honest with you. I don't look at you in the same vein that I look at the rest of the niggas that's on the show. Because you the brain, right? You the brain, you the brain. Without you, none of them other niggas exist in my mind. There's plenty of niggas that start a basketball podcast that ain't popping at all. That shit is trash. Let's just keep it 100. So
and without
now,
me, Gil don't exist.
So here's the thing. It's like, no, man.
It's the other way around, Kwame.
That's what you said, Gil.
Wait, Antoine, let me check. Let me check him real quick.
Okay, so that's what Antonio said, and as you can see, he was saying.
Yeah, he was saying a lot within that little conversation. I want y'all to see what he had.
Gilbert Arenas would sell 50% of his ownership to the Gil's Arena show, which is now called the Arena. So I guess Kenyon Martin caught wind of that clip, man, and he went off about it. And I would like to highlight what Kenyon Martin said. And before I do that, please hit that thumbs up button. That really does help support my YouTube channel, and I really do appreciate that.
The thing with the other day, what's his name? The junkie dude. When you was on there with Kwame the other day.
Nigga got pressed him.
Low? Low? Oh, I don't know his damn name. Whatever he is. Yeah, like he just like y'all chatting and this, that, and the third, and we just kept straight, like on there calling niggas nobodies and shit like that, bro. Like, nah, like that ain't more than a nobody. He was praising you for being who you are, and in the same breath, gonna be like, yeah, when them other dudes on the shows and nobody, they be nobody without you. Nobody. I think I'm been somebody for a long time now.
Shout out Jesse J.
Oh,
Not low.
Whoever
that was what you said with Kwame.
Yeah. The dude, I don't know his name, so obviously he's a nobody.
Sounds like nobody.
He's a nobody. But we call praise for. So I just wanted to be known that like we ain't.
Who is it?
I don't. I don't know his name, and I don't care to remember his name. But
Anton.
Whatever he is. So he was on the live feed with him, Kwame the other day. He was praising Gil for for being who he is, creating the space, and Gil was explaining about the logistics of the business, this, that, and the third, and he went on to say like, yeah, without Gil, them dudes is nobodies without you. Like, no, dude.
Hey, man.
Not him. Right?
I ain't shit without you.
Like nobody's like we didn't play in the league.
Yeah. Like Gil made us who we is. Like,
we some niggas.
Like we some niggas off the street that grew up with Gil. Like we carried Gil fucking bag and we.
Well, I am a nigga off the street.
But we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that.
Can you shoot that nigga out there free?
You know what I'm saying? That part, right? Like that part, right? We ain't just ain't gonna address people as nobodies when, trust me, bro. Like I'm taking a high road in this because it's
check your DM.
I mean, we all know that Anton Daniels is a complete clown. Everybody knows that he's a complete clown. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Drop those fire emojis. Shout out to all my FBA and all my Aboriginal Indigenous brothers and sisters that's tapping in. Shout out to all the true searchers and researchers. This is your brother Aboriginal Power, the hood journalist, and this is another Wake and Bake show. You know what I mean? I appreciate the love and support. Go ahead and get those likes up if y'all want to support the channel. Go ahead. Cash App information is in the chat. You're not obligated, but we do appreciate it. I want to play this little jammy jam song dedicated towards Anton Daniels. Okay, I want to play this little jammy jam song that is dedicated towards Anton Daniels. Okay, I want y'all to listen to this. I think this is fire.
Immigrants coming over here every day from third world countries, outworking you, outpacing you, and making you look bad. I don't care about your reparations. Listen, I don't care if you ever get it. As a matter of fact, I'm advocating against it because it's going to fuck up my dollar and make inflation go out of control. And so I don't want them to pay you. I don't want you to have nothing. Don't get
Mayday. Delta 311.
Success like a costume, tailored illusion, renting the throne, calling it royalty while causing confusion, chasing the bag, ignoring truth, pandering to the ops. So step on your own, mother, on your way to the top. Pour the smoke for your own. You think that make you a winner? Whites disrespect you publicly while the fire and you simmer. He wants his respect, but he never give it back. Talk reckless and confused when the people react. Those stones hide hands, quote rules when he lose, but the code becomes holy when it benefits you. Claim he Christ-led, got a cross on his chain while he moved like a Judas with a smile and a name. Say God bless with his lips that stay full of venom. Ain't no good coming at him cause there ain't no good in him. They said Jesus washed feet, you just pointed the stains. He broke bread with the poor, you break ties cause of fame. You a scammer or fraud, all in the name of God. Like share, subscribe, worship and giving wrench to mods. You preach grace, you're a disgrace cause you don't practice mercy. Judgmental like a king but your throne is unworthy. Self-righteous hypocrite, quit, your whole life is in shambles. I bet you never thought that this would happen. Mr. Anton Daniels mistaken pride for progress, ego for elevation. You're capping on 5150 turned into revelations. You ain't above the people, you just afraid of the truth. That without your stupid crowd there ain't no much of it. You building your status on smoke, validations of lies. But the higher the horse, the harder to fall when it dies. You's a sucker, I see you, that's your pain of it all. You confused being loud and dumb with standing up tall. And the saddest part, you think the cracker impressed by a mask of verse and a borrowed sense of success. This is Mayday. We can never rise above the condition of our people. TEP Productions, giving out instructions.
Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Shout out to the sister Mayday with another fire song. That was the Anton Daniels disc. All right. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Let's get back into some more of this.
Okay. Well, I am a nigga.
I got a job for you. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, but we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do this. Can you shoot that nigga out there free? You know what I'm saying? Yo. That part, right? Like that part, right? We ain't just ain't gonna address people as nobody's when. Trust me, bro. Like I'm taking a high road in this because it's big. Check your DM, but that's all, dog. Don't. I know King, that motherfucker like, wait, hold on. Yeah, I want to know who he is now. Yeah, don't do that, bro. Like it's
the fact do you always be on? No. That's low. No.
And on that note, yeah, on that note, thank you, King.
Okay, so that's King and Martin going off on Anton Daniels, and like I said, you know, he had to tell Gilbert as well, like, yo, I'm him. Like we ain't on nobody's, and you know that was pretty much King and Martin's PSA to let Gilbert and everybody else know, like. Don't get it messed up. Just because at one point the show was called Gil's Arena, don't think like we just some bums on this couch. Like we not no bums on the street. Like this is just Gilbert looking out for his homies and giving his homies a handout and can't make moves without Gilbert. That's why King Martin wanted to let that be known. Like we not no scrubs on this couch, man. So yeah, man, that's the reason why he had to go off like that and put that out there, man. So I would like for you guys to get in the comment section down below. How do you guys feel about today's video? Don't forget to hit that like button and don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well.
I mean, we obviously that Anton Daniels is a buck dancing coon, but there's another conversation that's been sparring in the community is that Black Americans should be going against ICE and that Black Americans shouldn't be supporting ICE. Now, there's two ways to look at this conversation, which I'm going to break those two ways down, but I'm going to allow my brother Traveling Bear to speak to this conversation. Shout out to my brother Traveling Bear. And let's get into this conversation.
Hey, listen, right? Check this out. One of the things about, you know, I want to say to my people, man, the copper tone people in America, brown people in America, right? Us, the actual brown people, okay? One thing that, you know, we got to understand is stop arguing with people about who you are and what you are. You gotta stop. If somebody wants you to be a West African, then they got all right to believe what they want. If somebody wants you to be whatever, you know what you are. You know who you are. We understand that DNA can't be used that way to tell you who your nationality is. This is something that's done by the Cambridge University, been done by many authorities.
I have to say I agree with him. We got to stop arguing with people that can be deported by ICE. I'm going to just shoot it to y'all flat out. I ain't arguing with nobody that can be deported by ICE. Straight up.
field of genetics, that DNA testing is a fraud, that it cannot be used for what they're telling you it can be used for. All right? You got to get into haplogroups and all that to know, and just genealogy of your family to know who you are. Okay? So when people get on it, whether they're Africans, whether they're saying, oh, you guys are African, and which is none of their business. I mean, you live all the way on the other side of an ocean, and you're trying to be in my business here. Worry about your poor countries. Worry about your third world shitholes. Okay, don't worry about what's going on over here. Whether they're Hispanic, Mexicans, and stuff like this. We know their history. We can break down Chino the Indian. We can break down who came from the Filipinos, who did the Moors and the Spanish brought with them as slaves. We understand, and we can get into all of that. It's not that people, they don't want to hear it. Okay, it's not that it even necessarily denying it. Okay, that's kind of like somebody been told something their whole life, like a Nerf football. Something is a football, and somebody stole the football 100 years ago, and then your grandparent, your descendants see the football with your initials on it and say it's yours, and the people say, oh, no, it's not. We show them all the pictures of the pyramids. We show them all the paintings of the explorers. They don't look like the people claiming to be indigenous, but it looks like us. All of that stuff is just there. It's there.
Right. And this ain't just is made up. These are primary sources. Primary sources. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Traveler.
They're right there for everybody to see. It's no argument. What they're trying to do is get you off the game, pull your energy. Like when Michael Jordan would hit like 6 straight 6-pointers against the Portland Trailblazers back in like 90, 91. His first championship. He went like this. Remember when he put his hands up like that? Over the Detroit Pistons used to always throw him around and hit him in the stomach, step on him, throw him on the ground. You know how they did that? They threw him out of his rhythm. And that's how the Detroit Pistons, the bad boys, was able to beat Michael Jordan for years before they beat him. Right? It's all about throwing you out of your rhythm.
That's exactly what it's all about. It's about throwing you out your rhythm, family. That's what they want to do. They want to throw you off your rhythm. And as soon as they allow, and they see that you allow them to throw you off your rhythm, they feed off of that. You feel what I'm saying? They feed off of that. Shout out to my Aboriginal. Shout out to my FBA family. I do need y'all to drop those fire emojis in the building. Go ahead and drop those fire emojis. Go ahead and drop those fire emojis for your boy. Go ahead and drop your fire emojis. We're about to get into some more heat. I want to get into this next topic of conversation dealing with these Pan-Africans and how they often try to shit on the country and the land of their ancestors while kissing the ass of Africans that don't even give a damn about them. I want y'all to listen to this conversation. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Drop a fire emoji if you can hear me loud and clear. This your brother Aboriginal Power, the hood journalist. Let's get into this next clip. Let's
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the Tariq just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
Let's get Mr. Savage up in here. Hop on, what's going on, Mr. Savage?
Shit, man, you let me up right when I gotta get ready to start working, bruh. Oh, I was talking to Mr. Nasheed. Yeah, I'm at the job right now. I had some time, so I was trying to chime in real quick. And ask you one quick question.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it true that a lot of the foundation of America was built by enslaved Africans?
No, it was built by enslaved black people that was enslaved by the judicial system. You know what I mean? That was held in penal colonies. You see what I'm saying? No, it wasn't built by enslaved Africans. It was built by indigenous Aboriginal people that were classified as Negro, Black, and colored.
Built by enslaved Africans?
Enslaved black people.
Black people from where?
Some from here, some from Africa, some probably from Asia, because they were Asiatic too, like Lucia woman and all that.
Your set wants Opera GX, and you're holding it back. You never respected me. Download Opera GX.
I'm Steve Ballmer, former Microsoft CEO and a basketball fanatic. But more than anything, I'm a data guy. That's why I created USA Facts, to bring you unbiased and nonpartisan government data on issues impacting the lives of Americans. I'll share with you the facts and data, all from our government. You make up your own mind. In this episode of Just the Facts,
I can't stand
how
these
much do we owe?
I can't stand them.
Well, the history books are wrong then, because they say that a lot of.
He tried to say Lucia woman was Asiatic. Tariq Nasheed, listen to me, my brother. Knock it off. Sorry. Lucia woman looks just like the oldest black woman that was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. What's the odds of the oldest surviving person in Tulsa matches the oldest surviving bones of the oldest person in America? Come on, man. There ain't no damn Asiatic. She is American as American can get. All right.
The indigenous people couldn't hang with the white teeth diseases and things of that nature. And most of the Asians, they came over during the railroads, and they had to go to Africans to get the job done, because only the Africans could do it under that kind of strain, torture, and pressure, and still survive and thrive.
Where did the red natives come from?
Most of them came over from the Iberian.
Most of them came from somewhere else. But when they got here, there were already people here. As a matter of fact, the black indigenous people documented the first encounters that they had with Asian, aka Native American people. And they documented it on a mural called the Boma Park Mural. This is the image of the Boma Park mural. This shows an indigenous Aboriginal Black American snatching up a Native American. So we know who's the rulers and who's the true people of this land. We need no assistance.
Over the Bering Strait during that time, but then you have some there's a brother that did a real good breakdown of the haplogroups and the genetics of some of the so-called Aboriginal Black Americans that were here, that came through, like how you said, the Polynesians and Melanesians, and some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some of them, they have a distinct haplogroup, because a lot of them came over way before the Europeans, but they took that route, like they took that route out of Africa, like a lot of the Asiatics and Polynesians, Melanesians, Australian people. Some of them are alleged to be allegedly some of the Olmec type and Mayan type of people. But that's not the black people that we have here today. Most black people here today that ain't native are most likely bred into the.
Do y'all hear what he's saying? Let me run this back for you.
Real good breakdown of the haplogroups and the genetics of some of the so-called Aboriginal Black Americans that were here, that came through, like how you said, the Polynesians and Melanesians, and some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some of them, they have a distinct haplogroup, because a lot of them came over way before the Europeans, but they took that route, like they took that route out of Africa, like a lot of the Asiatics and Polynesians, Melanesians, Australian people. Some of them are alleged to be allegedly some of the Olmec type and Mayan type of people. But that's not the black people that we have here today. Most black people here today that claim native are.
They the same type of blacks, brother. When you go into books like The Natural Aboriginal History of Tennessee, right? When you get into books like The Natural Aboriginal History of Tennessee, right? And you go down to page 58 and you read right here at the second period, the foundational of the Natchez. Let's read this right quick. The Homex or the Olmecs were the first Itzkins to venture to come to Kentucky. where they did not make a permanent settlement. They came in contact with the Talagans and was not able to subdue him. And they left the country and invaded Tennessee. But pay attention to this. The Virginias, the West Coast, and the Carolinas, as well as the Yamassees of Georgia, may be the remains of these Olmecs. The bulk of the nation went to Anacar. So we're telling you, bro, the indigenous Olmecs, black people were all over. All over.
Most likely bred into the red native population through slavery, like the Seminoles.
And that's not the only group of people that were black in America. As a matter of fact, let's go to another source just so we can cook. We always like to give you multiple sources. We always like to give y'all multiple sources, right? So when we go down here, let's see which one I want to use right quick. Let's go down. There's so many of them. There's so many of them. Look, Negro artifacts found. The term Negro. We're going to go down. Look, Indians being classified as black. The terms colored persons, black and Indian are synonymous according to the nullifications of unconstitutional laws of Massachusetts. You understand me? We can go to the William Penn's observation made after the visiting of the interior of Pennsylvania, quoted by Samuel Janus Morrison, Life of William Penn, 6th edition in 1882. This is what was stated. The natives I shall consider in their person, language, manners, religion, and other government, in my sense, with their original. For the persons, they are generally tall, straight, well-built, of singular proportion. They tread strong and clever and mostly walk with a lofty chin. Now peep this. Now look, it said of complexion black. This is in Philadelphia, 1600s. So don't start questioning us who's black and what blacks you descend from, because how do you distinguish us descending from a black Olmec, a black Lenni Lenape, compared to a supposed black African? How do you distinguish the two?
So that population you said came over the Bering Straits. So they came over, that's from basically Asia, right?
Right.
Right. What did the original Asians look like?
Well, it all depends. If you got some that was mixed with Africa.
The original Asians was black. They was little black motherfuckers with big long froze and matted dreadlocks that they called negritos. They called them negritos. The term negrito means little black people.
You got some that was mixed with Europeans and Arab types of people.
Yeah, because thousands of years ago, there were no.
Listen, man, shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hit that like button, thumb up the video, support the channel. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to get right back into some more of this Tariq Nasheed heat and listen to these Pan-Africans spew the babbling diaspora conversation. We're going to get right back into it. Hit that like button, thumb up the video. We'll be right back.
Suave on the track.
Whatever it takes. The alleyway. Yeah, we had street dreams. Street dreams. Put my life on the line for this shit, we had street dreams. Street dreams. Yeah, we had street dreams. Guess whoa, Getty's on my chest, whoa. All about my check, whoa. Nigga, this ain't checkers, this is chess, whoa. Put one in my head, cause I played it up this fest, whoa. Look, these bullets generous, gangsta and a gentleman. Feeling like I'm SP, I don't deal with middlemen. Bosses, I'm on bosses, chrome hearts mixed with crosses. Smoking palm leaf, while reflecting on these losses. Street dreams turn to nightmares into street dreams. Street dreams. Put my life on the line for this shit, we had street dreams. Street dreams. Yeah, we had street dreams.
Pablo, streets of being Chapo. Never respected this though. Lost a couple homies, stuff fucking with my mental. I ain't never tried so much in a year. Skipping red lights, nigga, you won't leave me here. Mind playing tricks on me, we make it clear. 40 stuff in the mind clear, ain't no fear.
All right. We back. Drop a fire emoji in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. Let's get right back to it.
Yeah, don't project your own incompetence. You ain't going nowhere. I don't want to hear all that. America, yo, FB, y'all love America so much, and they don't. Shut up. Stop it. Tethers love trying to do that little Jedi mind trick to trick us out of disliking our country. America is our country. We, foundational Black Americans, created it as our country. Tethers love trying to do that little Jedi mind trick to trick us out of disliking our country. America is our country.
To the Asians, they came over during the railroads and they had to go to Africans to get the job done because only the Africans could do it under that kind of strain, torture, and pressure.
Man, do you hear this shit? Africans can do the job up under pressure, but they can't do the job in their homeland when ain't nobody pressuring them. They can't do it as their own free will. You got to beat them to do good things. That doesn't even make sense. This is the failed diaspora victim talking points that we've been getting rid of. Shout out to Reginald Jones for supporting the channel. Let's get right back into it. Shout out to Reginald Jones for supporting the channel.
History books are wrong then because they say that a lot of the indigenous people couldn't hang with the white teeth diseases and things of that nature. And most of the Asians, they came over during the railroads and they had to go to Africans to get the job done because only the Africans could do it under that kind of strain, torture, and pressure and still survive and thrive.
Where did the red natives come from?
Most of them came over from the Iberian, over the Bering Strait during that time. But then you have some there's a brother that did a real good breakdown of the high blood.
They love trying to say that the indigenous peoples was Asian. They love saying that.
The Bering Straits, so they came over, that's from basically Asia, right?
Right.
Right. What did the original Asians look like?
Well, it all depends. If you got some that was mixed with Africans, you got some that was mixed with Europeans and Arab types of people.
Yeah, because thousands of years ago, there were no pale-skinned people, like 15, 20,000 years. Pale skin, the albinoids that we see now, that's relatively new. That's like the pale European, that's
about 8,000 years old.
Right, they're very relatively new. And most people on this planet, including Asians, and I've been in the jungles of Asia, and I've seen these people with my own two eyes.
Right.
Yeah, they were jet black with afros. I'm talking about.
I disagree with that.
Right. So if these jet black people, which people they were walking, traveling around the world, these are some of the same people that hit that Bering Strait as well. See, people can't negate that. They like to go the Asian route. Well, they came from Asia. Well, some of those Asians were Negritos.
But see, there's a chronology that has to deal with that. Like, there's a lot of, you have to like.
And I don't necessarily agree with that neither. I don't believe that their Black Asians came over here and that these are the original people of that we're calling the original people of the Bering Strait. I don't believe in that narrative. You see what I'm saying? I believe it's a bogus narrative nonetheless. You see what I'm saying? Because we know for a fact that that according to research into my research that I came across, that they believe that peoples from the Americas went out to various different other places. You see what I'm saying? They believe that peoples from the Americas went to Asia. And this ain't just according to me. This is according to some of the early archaeologists and anthropologists and stuff of that nature. As a matter of fact, Thomas Jefferson even made the statement, which he's considered the godfather of archaeology. He even suspected and alluded that the American Aborigines went to Asia instead of the Asians coming over here. Now look, let's get into this. This is approved in the Negritos conversation. Now look, this is from America, the First Inhabitant of the Continents. This is a book. If you ain't ever got the book, let me know if y'all want it. I'll drop it in the chat and get y'all the PDF. Now look, this is from America, the First Inhabitant of the Continents. It was the belief of the wise Thomas Jefferson that America was the first seat of the human race. So that debunks the out of Africa theory if Thomas Jefferson is saying that he believes that America is the seat of the human race. That means that humans come from America. So off the rip, Thomas Jefferson is challenging and going against what we're now calling out of Africa theory. He said that America was the seat of the human race and that the Eastern Hemisphere was peopled from the Western. Okay, a letter written to the president of Styles of the Yale College in 1786, while he represented the United States at the court of France. Okay, while he represented the United States at the court of France, this was published in the American Museum in November 1787. You can go to page 492 to look at this following statement and abstract from Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson believed that the first inhabitants of Asia, who so much resembled the American Aborigines, went from America to Asia instead of Asia to America. So this has been a known documented of challenging these out of Africa theories. That's not an old narrative challenging the out of Africa theory. This goes back. This is not new. So the out of Africa theory is something that's relatively new. Let's get right back into some more of this heat.
Like synchronize the time and the chronology with all these events happening, because then that supports the out of Africa theory, which a lot of scientists in the Western world support, but it's still a theory nonetheless, because you have some of these so-called Aboriginal American Indian black people that swear they ain't out of no Africa, or their ancestry or human race started here in the Americas. So there's a lot of pseudoness that goes on with that if you don't break it.
We don't believe that. Archaeologists says they say, oh, these pseudos believe that that the humans came from America. No, the great wizard, the father of archaeology, said that he believes that America was the seat of the human race. This dude, so Tariq trying to push an out of Asia theory. The other dude trying to push an out of Africa theory. Can we just make it what it is? We got an into Africa theory, which when you get into Africa, you got various different places. We got a multi-regional places. But some places happen to resemble certain people. Certain places happen to be the first to do the things that we're doing. America was the first out of the motherfucking seas, man. They was the first land to be dried off and ready for life.
Down to its last compound. But I got one more thing for you before I get ready to go, man. I have a problem with a lot of people in the FBA community harping on what the ancestors did when they ain't doing shit right now. Because in the hood, we say
that's the motion.
What you're doing.
Yeah, that's opinion. And that's your opinion. That's fine.
What's getting done? What's getting done politically and economically? That's progressing the people.
And then that's emotionalism and that's speculative. That's based on opinion. That don't change lineage. You understand? None of that changes lineage. So yeah, that depends on who you talk to. Now, I do a lot of shit, me personally, but there's 43 million plus foundational Black Americans. So you would have to go to 43 million and ask them.
And out of the 43 million, though, we own less than 1% of land on this country.
Yeah, but
we only own less than 1% of land on this country, brother. Don't you think that we can go to Africa and own a little more than 1%, brother? And we the dominant culture to bring unity to the diaspora to understand. You understand? They don't be saying shit.
And out of the 43 million, though, we own less than 1% of land on this country.
Yeah, but you know,
that's a factor, man, because you need industry, you need corporations.
But you ain't going nowhere. You still here. You ain't going to Pan-African land as a Pan-African.
I got a passport. I ain't FBA. I got a passport.
My family from America, and I'm an African descendant, and I got a passport, bro. You understand me? I'll be outside all day like the Statue of Liberty, nigga. I'm going to Africa one day, and one day it will come. You know, you ain't gonna speak down on another brother. Wasn't you just in Africa, nigga? Can I go to Africa too, nigga? This nigga a gang banging Pan-African.
Than 1% of land on this country.
Yeah, but you know,
that's a factor, man, because you need industry, you need corporations.
But you ain't going nowhere. You still here. You ain't going to Pan-African land as a Pan-African.
I got a passport. I ain't FBA. I got a passport.
I know you're not, and you ain't going nowhere, sir. You ain't going nowhere.
You can't tell me what I'm gonna do, sir.
Y'all never go. Y'all always say y'all gonna do all this.
Yeah, you can't tell me what I'm gonna do, sir.
Passport.
I know you're not, and you ain't going nowhere, sir. You ain't going nowhere.
You can't tell me what I'm gonna do, sir.
Y'all never go. Y'all always say y'all gonna do all this shit. Y'all going to Wakanda.
Hey, man, I'm an economic captive. I'm trying to be an economic freedom fighter.
Y'all stay your ass right up here, up under FBA. So
that's not true.
Enjoy your Popeye's
chicken.
Back
from Africa?
Enjoy your fried chicken. You're never in Africa.
Just come back from Africa?
I went and came back. Right. I went to visit and brought my ass back home. And brought my ass back home.
If you can go, how come I can't go?
Yeah, if you go, you're gonna come right back here up on the Foundational Black Americans. That's my point,
all over the world. I want to travel the world.
And you're gonna come right back up on the Foundational Black Americans, sir.
I'm not American, bro.
I know you're not, sir, but you're gonna be right up here under us, though.
These guys hate being American, man. What's up with people hate being American these days? They hate being America, but love being in America.
And you're gonna come right back up on the Foundational Black Americans, sir.
I'm not American, bro.
I know you're not, sir, but you're gonna be right up here under us, though. So yeah, I don't want to hear about what we own and don't own. You gonna stay here up under us, though. You ain't
doing shit, but getting online talking shit.
And you ain't going nowhere else doing anything, sir. That's why you up under us.
I'm going to work right now, but all I can say is any black man that claim America is a massacre.
Yeah. You about to package up them Amazon. You about to package up them damn Amazon shoes and send them out and talk that Wakanda shit right over here safe with us. All right. So you're welcome, sir. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Savage. Everything that's culturally significant, our finger. Yeah, the me and the family, we were traveling. Americans, you go through your timeline, it's a bunch of people from all over the world acting like us, doing voiceovers, using our voices, dressing like us, using our slang. That's all it is. Yeah. Clock that T, everything is all about.
I hate when niggas get online. You see what I'm saying? I hate when niggas get online and then be like, y'all niggas online. Y'all just ain't doing nothing. Y'all just online talking. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't really doing nothing. What are you doing? Online talking with me. You online with me, nigga. Oh no, I'm about to go to work. I'm doing shit, but you online, nigga. How you know we ain't doing shit in online too? You see what I'm saying? The hypocrisy and the irony in these guys' statements.
Mimicking us, doing our music. That's what it is all day. We got to own that. We got to claim that and let people know this is where you're getting it from. Because we're the cultural well that everybody comes to drink out of. But then try to deny us as being the source of all of this stuff. See, that's why when we say foundational, that means we're the source of all of it. We're standing on all of it. We're claiming all of the culture and letting people know where they got it from, and you're going to put some respect on it. You see? Them Africanizing and trying to Africanize everything, see, that was a Jedi mind trick. So everything we created, they try to find some tribe in Africa to give it to. Like anytime we create a music genre, they sit up and say, well, 6,000 years ago, there was a flute that was found in the area now known as Cameroon. And that flute, they played some R&B songs on that flute 6,000 years ago. So that's where Black Americans got it from, the flute from Cameroon. Yeah. They like trying that shit. They like to try to find some distant remnant from some remote tribe a gazillion thousand years ago and try to say we got it from that. No. And we thought, okay, man, we got to have some kind of global camaraderie. So we let that go on in the prospect of unity. We thought, okay, we create, I guess we can share shit. No, we can't do that. We can't do all that. Because we start doing that, then people start taking credit for what we do and then start saying we ain't got no culture. So we have to shut the door on that. And then they want to try to shame us. Oh, you guys are divisive. FBS, that is some divisive shit. What is that shit? Tariq Nasheed started that shit. Just shut up. That's a tether trying to cope. Our lineage is our lineage. Yeah, we start giving away too much shit. And when you give shit away to people who are ungrateful or people who didn't deserve it, they get very arrogant and then they get entitled because they know they didn't create it. But then you start giving people credit for shit, they get real arrogant. They get entitled and then they become parasitic. You understand? Then they become very parasitic and they'll try to devour your ass. And that's where the problem is, right there. They start taking your kindness for a weakness. And we got to cut that nonsense out. Let me see. Let's get the family up in here. Oh, God. Hold on. Joe Patrick. Wait, this is the Joe?
No FPA. What happened?
I see more angry guy, right?
Yes, sir. You don't know. You know me, man.
I know. I
no, from Congo.
From the Congo. That's
Congo,
right.
Yes.
I remember that name because he has an English name, but he's in the Congo. So what's up, Joe?
Yeah, I was wondering. I think now I think you see more angry towards non-FPA. What happened?
I see more angry towards who?
Towards non-FPA.
Towards non-FPAs?
Yes.
I'm not angry. I'm not angry at all. It was just like, because this has been, we're just reiterating, we're seeing a reiteration of what I've been saying. Just like with, we're talking about your fellow Tethers, Shabuzi.
No, I don't like that guy. I don't like his hairstyle. I don't like his music. He only has like one song that was good. That's it.
Yeah, so he's doing what I've been telling people. Now people are seeing what I've been saying. They've always done this little slick shit. They get on these award shows and start delineating. I've been telling people they do this while we're getting shamed when we delineate. We're evil and we're divisive, we're xenophobic. And then you get on stage, shout out to all the immigrants.
No. When it comes to that, you are 100% right. When they win something, oh, I'm from this tribe, I'm from this country, and then when it's something bad, or I'm just black.
Right.
You're right.
The boozy went out here and robbed a liquor store. Oh, I'm just a black nigga. I'm black. We're all black. We're all in this together. Damn all that. No. See, and that's my thing. Thank you, brother. That's my thing. That's why whenever these folks do crimes, I always point out they ain't us. And they love, oh, that's divisive, Tariq. Hell no. No, it ain't. When these tethers do crime, I make a point to say, hey, that ain't us. You ain't dumping none of your crimes on us. You're going to be just like Shabuzi. Be a proud immigrant, nigga. You ain't dumping none of that shit on us. Be an immigrant all the way from top to bottom. When y'all do these scams, no, don't. Ileana Omar, she running around here. She the blackest thing ever. Now she got on a kufi. Yeah, they're targeting us black people. They're targeting black people here in Minnesota. They're targeting black people. Now you black? No. You an immigrant, baby. You an immigrant. You stay an immigrant. Don't holler. Don't give me that black shit now. These Somalis are the blackest thing ever now. They running around here with cocoa butter on them. They got kufis. Oh, they so black now. They got on Black Panther shirts. They just say the blackest thing ever now that they're getting targeted. They were the main ones telling us they weren't black. Oh, no, they out here smoking Newports. They got do-rags and shit. No. You Somali. You're a Somali immigrant. Not only that, some of y'all, they were telling us they were Caucasian. Some of y'all remember that? Some of these Somalis, they were telling us, oh, I remember. They were calling us, talking about, hey, we're Caucasian. We're just dark Caucasians. We got more in common with the Caucasians than y'all. I said, okay. How's that working? Oh, how's that working? I said, oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh, y'all remember that? Yeah, and technically, a lot of them are classified as Caucasian. They classify some of those Horn of Africans. Some of them they're classified as Caucasians. Oh, how's that working now, though? Oh, it ain't really working now. Now they blackety black now. Oh, that they got a wake-up call. Now, hey, brothers, hey, my niggas, hey, you remember when I said I was Caucasian? I was just bullshitting. I'm black like you. We're all in this together. No, I'm good. No. You on your own. We are not in this together. I'm not being chased by ICE. I'm good. The only ice I'm going to get is an icy at 7-Eleven. All right? We'll just get me an icy and a Slurpee and watch the ice truck drive down the street with your ass. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have me a nice, cool beverage. All right? Hell no. Don't try to black it up now. Oh, no, we're not doing that. Oh, God. Y'all want bush meat? I don't. I see bush meat up here. I really don't want to bring bush meat up. Okay, let's hear some of the bad faith arguments bush meat got. Hold on one second. Oh, I made a mistake about the wrong person. Salim.
Oh, who's talking first, Salim or?
Let me get Salim. Salim. Okay, he left. Salim left. All right, Bushmeat, what's going on, man?
Well, I'm pretty sure you are aware that TPS is ending for hundreds of thousands of Haitians, probably today or tomorrow. Most Haitians do look like foundational Black Americans.
No, the hell they don't. And no, the fuck they don't.
TPS is ending for hundreds of thousands of Haitians, probably today or tomorrow. Most Haitians do look like foundational Black Americans.
No,
do you believe that? Yes, it's a fact. They do. Most Haitians do look like foundational Black Americans. Do you think that?
Nobody in my family looks like Kodak Black. All right? Nobody. I don't know too many FBAs who look like Kodak Black, sir. I'm sorry. But go ahead, Bushmeat Barrister. Go ahead, Bushmeat Barrister. Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic, Bushmeat.
ICE is going to be targeting a lot of African Americans, foundational Black Americans this month, maybe basically because they're going to believe that they're Haitian, and they're going to start questioning Black Americans like you if you have citizenship. So I really do think a lot of Black Americans should be prepared this month, basically, be questioned or stopped by ICE because they are going to be targeting Haitians, and most Haitians.
We're not
they're not going to be deported. You may not be deported, but most Black Americans do look like Haitians. I really doubt that ICE can tell the difference between an Haitian and what is the difference? I mean, what is the significant difference?
They know the little Haitian enclaves. They know the Haitians are not mixed in with us like that. They have their little enclaves. They got enclaves in New York. They got their little enclaves in Florida. They got some little enclaves in Chicago. They know who to get. They know who to. And listen, you know the kind of technology they have. They got fingerprint technology. They got facial recognition technology. Sir, when I came back in from the country last week, I didn't even have to pull my passport out. They took my picture. All my stuff was already
Same here. I was recently in Colombia to visit one of my girlfriends. So,
nigga, please.
So basically, I just went to the airport and they just took my picture. And I was able
you were down there giving up some bussy to Rodrigo down there.
You're projecting, Tariq. You're projecting. But I really do think most African Americans should be prepared to potentially get stopped by ICE and to just make sure that they have their passports ready or their real ID to make sure that they aren't a U.S. citizen. They are U.S. citizens because
that's a you problem. See,
that's a you problem as well.
No, Bushmeat. You got to have all of your tether paperwork together, right?
No, I'm a U.S. citizen, so I have nothing to worry about.
You're a naturalized citizen, though.
I'm a U.S. citizen. No, I'm not.
Naturalized. You have to get sworn in, sir.
Now, how do you know that?
You're in an immigration database, sir.
How do you know that, though?
Come on, your ass is in an immigration database. That's why you so calm now. Usually, you all hyped up. Yeah, you scared. You got.
I'm not scared. I told you I was. As you pointed out, I just recently traveled out overseas, and the new technology. Basically, you don't need to just
go. You're looking for another place to flee to if they get you up out of here. That's what you're doing. You trying to.
I highly doubt that will happen. I think that's what I think you're just projecting.
You got your bags packed right now. Just in case they put you in the detention center, sir. You got you a bag full of hot Cheetos and bush
How
meat.
Can they put? I think a lot of Black Americans are going to mistakenly be put in detention centers due to the fact that they're not going to be deported, but they may be detained because again.
Do y'all hear this nonsense that Bushmeat is talking? Do y'all hear this nonsense? Shout out to my FBA. Shout out to my Aboriginal brothers and sisters. Drop a fire emoji if you hear these tether talking points. Let me know in the chat.
Or their real ID to make sure that they aren't a U.S. citizen. They are U.S. citizens because
that's a you problem. See,
that's a you problem as well.
No, Bushmeat. You got to have all of your tether paperwork together, right?
No, I'm a U.S. citizen, so I have nothing to worry about.
You're a naturalized citizen, though.
I'm a U.S. citizen. No, I'm not.
Naturalized. You have to get sworn in, sir.
Now, how do you know that?
You're in an immigration database, sir.
How do you know that, though?
Come on, your ass is in an immigration database. That's why you so calm now. Usually, you all hyped up. Yeah, you scared. You got.
I'm not scared. I told you I was. As you pointed out, I just recently traveled out overseas, and the new technology. Basically, you don't need to just
go.
You're
looking for another place to flee to if they get you up out of here. That's what you're doing. You trying to.
I highly doubt that will happen. I think that's what I think you're just projecting.
You got your bags packed right now. Just in case they put you in the detention center, sir. You got you a bag full of hot Cheetos and bush meat.
How can they put? I think a lot of Black Americans are going to mistakenly be put in detention centers due to the fact that they're not going to be deported, but they may be detained because they may not have their.
We're not getting put in no damn detention centers. All we got to do is show the ID or show.
And most Black Americans don't have valid IDs though, because for some odd reason they have suspended licenses.
Every one of us got a damn.
The majority, a lot of Black Americans don't have valid IDs or don't carry significant identification with them.
Are you insane?
It's true.
How you think we pay bills in cash checks?
What?
How the hell you think we pay bills in cash checks?
You don't need an ID to pay bills.
Yeah, you kind of do.
Checks. But I know in most.
Bushmeat is a lying clown. Just about every Black American I know has an ID. They don't even let you walk around with outdated IDs.
Don't Black carry Americans significant identification with them.
Are you insane?
It's true.
How you think we pay bills in cash checks? centers. All we got to do is show the ID or show.
And most Black Americans don't have valid IDs though, because for some odd reason they have suspended licenses.
Every one of us got a damn.
The majority, a lot of Black Americans don't have valid IDs or don't carry significant identification with them.
Are you insane?
It's true.
How you think we pay bills in cash checks?
What?
How the hell you think we pay bills in cash checks?
You don't need an ID to pay bills.
Yeah, you kind of do.
Checks. But I know in
order to get a bill, you need an ID. In order to be billed,
have suspended driver's licenses, and they have suspended driver's license, or they don't have valid ID. So basically,
that's just you tether projecting. Get out of here, Bushmeat. That's you. That's y'all don't have no ID. That's what makes you illegal.
And for the longest, Bushmeat was going around talking about he's American. He was running around talking about he's American for a long time. Bushmeat is a damn clown. Shout out to everybody that's tapped in to the Wake and Bake show, man. Shout out to everybody that's tapped in to the Wake and Bake show. And guess what? A lot of these damn tethers be cosplaying too. Can we bring up the fact that a lot of these tethers be cosplaying, especially on like the TikTok? Like that's where you see a lot of cosplaying tethers at. You see what I'm saying? Like it gets to the point where it's almost redundant with a lot of these people, man. It's like you don't even know what the hell they expect. They get online acting like they Black Americans. They somewhat know some of the talking points, and they regurgitate lies. And they speak dumb as hell. And we can easily spot tethers. I don't know if you guys can spot a tether, but let's see if we can play the games. Can we spot a tether or a sympathizer? There is a difference between a tether sympathizer and an actual tether. Let's get into the next set of conversations. It's your brother Aboriginal Power. All right. If y'all ready to rock the house out, let's go.
Your account money?
What kind of comment is that?
I don't know, man. You just sound sad. I don't know why. Hop on camera. Hop on camera, please.
I'm in bed.
Okay, yeah, it's okay. A lot of folks are in bed. You got a bonnet on?
No, I don't wear bonnets.
Oh, all right. We gotta let them bundles breathe. Yeah, hop on camera. Let's talk. What's on your mind?
I'm hearing like a lot of people like mention your name.
Yeah. Yeah, they talk about me a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, but only on TikTok.
Oh no, it's all over. It ain't just no damn TikTok. I promise you that.
I only see it on TikTok. But
it's other places too. It's other places too, man.
Yeah, but like this FBA thing, like it's causing confusion.
How so, man?
Yeah, because like you're trying to.
Confusion. It's not confusion.
It is.
You'd be confused if you want to be confused.
No, because you're saying it like all 43 million of us think the same way, and we don't.
No. You ain't got to think nothing. If your paperwork and lineage goes back to the beginning of this country, you're foundational no matter what you think, man.
No, I'm not calling myself that. You
don't have to. That's the thing. You don't have to.
Yeah, but you're saying all 43 million of us do call ourselves that.
No.
And we don't.
By logic, you're foundational. Logic.
No, by logic, I'm of African ancestry.
Everybody on the planet is. Everybody on the planet is. Everybody is African descent, man. But everybody.
But I'm not calling myself FBA.
But everybody.
You're causing confusion.
You don't have to, ma'am. I'm not. I don't require you to. I don't have. I've never told anybody to claim it.
No, but it's xenophobic.
You don't. You
the
don't.
People are xenophobic.
Ma'am, you can call yourself a Martian. You don't. Whatever. I know that my lineage goes to the beginning of this country, and there's other people who don't.
So how did you get here?
How was that confusion?
How did your people get here?
We got here different ways, but we had
you popped up here.
We had an ethnogenesis when we got here.
Okay, so what country did your ancestors come from?
Different places, man. There were different people on this continent.
Which places?
Descent. There were people from Asia.
Enlighten me. What part of Asia?
All over Asia, man. Do you know in Asia they have Negritos?
There's East Asia, like you're supposed to be.
Ma'am. If you ask me a question,
you know so much, so enlighten me.
You're talking over me because you're asking in bad faith, and I'm handling the bad faith arguments in real time.
No,
See?
I'm asking genuinely because
No, you're not.
you
No, you're
know
not.
so
You're
much.
just talking over me, man, because you're frustrated. Why are you frustrated?
No,
What are you
I'm not
upset- what are you
frustrated.
really
You're causing
upset about?
confusion.
No, I'm not, man. Nobody's confused.
And then
Nobody's
you're so
confused. Nobody's
anti-African, but you went to Senegal.
Right, because I can do that.
No, you can't.
And I'm not anti-African, ma'am. That's a lie. If
Ye-
I was
yes, you
anti-African, I
are.
wouldn't go. If I was anti-African, I wouldn't go.
He said, because I can do that. And she had the nerve to say, no, you can't. Who the fuck are you? You wench?
Confusion.
No, I'm not, man. Nobody's
I like
confused.
And then
Nobody's
you're so
confused. Nobody's
anti-African, but you
confused.
went to Senegal.
Right, because I can do that.
No, you can't.
And I'm not anti-African, ma'am. That's a lie. If
Ye-
I was
yes, you
anti-African, I
are.
wouldn't go. If I was anti-African, I wouldn't go.
You're causing confusion though.
You saying the same
Because
thing
all
over
the
and over.
people, all the people that follow you are being Zen
You saying the same thing over and over doesn't make it true.
because I'm letting it be known.
But you're just saying stuff, ma'am. And you sound frustrated because you're not of our lineage, man. That's what that sounds like.
I know what lineage I'm from.
You're
My
not of
people
our
are from the
lineage.
South.
No, they're
here.
not. I don't
Yes,
believe that
and
because you wouldn't be so offended. You wouldn't be offended over your lineage.
I'm not offended. I'm just not calling myself.
Yeah, you wouldn't be offended over your own lineage, man.
You're not the spokesperson for all.
I never said I was and don't want to be. So you wouldn't be offended over something I never said, and you wouldn't be offended over your lineage. I've never said I'm the spokesperson. So you having all this anger over something I never said, you made up your own straw man argument and you mad at your straw man. So it's not about me, ma'am. I think you're from a different lineage and you're frustrated. Ma'am.
What lineage am I from? If you know so much.
Well, you're probably a little musty Caribbean tether.
No, I'm not Caribbean. I'm African American, Black American. My people are.
No, I don't believe that because you've already told several lies. You've already told several lies, so you've established yourself as a liar.
I need the family to let me know. Do y'all think that this lady is a tether, or is she a tether sympathizer? Is she one of those tether sympathizing Americans, or is this a flat out tether? Y'all let me know in the live chat.
A little musty Caribbean tether.
No, I'm not Caribbean. I'm African American, Black American. My people are.
No, I don't believe that because you've already told several lies. You've already told several lies, so you've established yourself as a liar. You've established yourself as a liar, dear.
No, I'm not a liar.
Yes, you are, dear. You've already said that I hate Africa. That's a lie. You said I'm the spokesperson of it, whoever. That's a lie. You said I'm causing confusion. That's a lie.
But you are.
Oh, so no, nobody's confused. Who's confused? Nobody's confused. What are they confused about? Who's confused?
And now because I disagree.
No. You said somebody's confused and you can't name what it is. What are people confused about that I caused? Huh? What are people confused about? See, you say stuff, you lie, and then run to your next lie. That's why I know you're not of our lineage. You're not of our lineage.
Can I talk now?
What are people confused about?
Yeah, because you're saying like people were like as if they just like popped up here in America. It doesn't work like that. And you're causing confusion because all the people that follow you, they're.
What did I say to cause confusion? You're not answering the question. You're babbling, ma'am. What did I say to cause confusion? I never said we just popped up here. I've always explained historically how we got here and what the ethnogenesis was, ma'am. Right?
Can I talk now? Or are you going to continue to mute me?
Yeah, but what you're not going to do, don't ask questions in bad faith. Now, what did I confuse people about? Go ahead.
You're confusing people about saying that they were bought here from Asia, okay? And not.
I didn't say that. You just told another lie, ma'am. That's why I don't believe.
Is that not what you said?
No, I didn't say they were brought here from Asia. I didn't say that. You told another lie, ma'am.
So tell me what you said then.
You can't be trusted, ma'am.
I can't be trusted.
You can't be trusted. Everything out of your mouth is a lie. That's why you're not from here. Your family's not from here, dear.
My people are from South Carolina.
No, they're not.
From Santee.
Y'all stop telling the South Carolina lie. Y'all love trying to latch on to South Carolina, you tethers. Ma'am, you
I don't need
lying
to lie
too
about
much.
that.
Yeah, you do. You've lied about almost everything on this phone.
I don't
ma'am.
need to lie.
Yes, you do need to lie, man, because you're frustrated because you're not of our
My
lineage.
people have been here.
You're not of our lineage, ma'am. Why
I
are you
am.
frustrated? You're frustrated.
I'm not frustrated.
You are frustrated, man.
I'm just not ignorant like you.
Are you
Frustrated.
African?
I'm of African descent, but I'm not continental African.
Right. So what's wrong when we say that?
You didn't say that though.
I've said that several times.
And the people that follow you.
No. No matter who. I don't. Do you mean people who follow me? I don't have.
Don't say that.
Yeah, we're not a group, dear. I don't control what nobody says. Are you frustrated because you've made believe there's some kind of group and the group ain't doing what a group is supposed to do because the group don't exist? Again, you have a straw man fantasy in your mind that you're arguing with, and you're frustrated because I have nothing to do with your straw man fantasy, ma'am. I cannot control.
I don't need a.
I can't control what people say. I'm not the boss or leader of anybody. You understand that? Foundational Black American is a lineage, nothing else.
It's not a lineage.
It is a lineage, ma'am. You can't tell me.
You didn't create it.
I didn't. We were already here for hundreds of years, ma'am. I didn't create Foundational Black American.
Who are you?
I just named a lineage of people that were already here. See how that works? And
like I said, you don't account for all of us, so
I'm not trying to. Logic does.
Not logic, it's ignorance.
No. It's ignorance by pointing out a fact. Is it not a fact that there were Black people here at the beginning of America?
No, it's
That's not a fact?
No, it's not.
What are you talking about? Now you're not even dealing with reality.
I said what I said.
You said there were not Black people here at the beginning of America?
No, it was not.
So who was here?
Who were here? Native Americans were here.
Okay.
Before African Americans.
At the beginning of the United States. When was the beginning of the United States, ma'am?
I don't know the exact year, but
you don't know?
Like I said, I'm not ignorant like you.
Okay. You don't know the beginning of the United States, but you're not ignorant?
I don't know the exact year, I said.
You don't know when the U.S. became a country?
That's not something, I don't need to know the exact year.
You're not from here, dear.
I am.
No, you're not. You don't know that? You don't
Not
know
everybody knows that.
You don't know a bicentennial? You don't know the centennial year of the formation of the United States, man?
No, sir.
Damn.
That doesn't mean I'm stupid like you.
Yeah, but at least I know.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Where my Tether task force at? Where my Tether task force at? You've been caught, lady. You're undercover Tether.
That you don't know when the you're a foreigner, dear.
I'm not.
Your family is. Everybody.
No, they're not. They were here for generations.
Somebody said you're Nigerian or something. Yeah,
I'm not Nigerian.
Or something. You're not a.
My family was here for generations.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
Not from no South Carolina.
Yes, they were.
Okay, what seasoning do you use on all the meat?
They use seasoned salt, Lorry's.
What else?
Onion powder, garlic powder, paprika.
And they put what kind of vegetables?
What do you mean, what kind of vegetables?
What kind of vegetables do they cut up in soups and stews?
Different kind of vegetables. You can put onions, greens, peppers.
The way you said peppers was funny. You're a Tether.
No, I'm not. Like, you're not going to sit here and question.
You said pepper's funny. You're a Tether.
Question where I'm from.
You said pepper's funny. You're a Tether.
She said pepper's funny. She's a Tether.
Greens, peppers.
The way you said peppers was funny. You're a Tether.
Different kind of vegetables. You can put onions, greens, peppers.
The way you said peppers was funny. You're a Tether.
No, I'm not. Like, you're not going to sit here and question.
You said pepper's funny. You're a Tether.
Question where I'm from.
You said pepper's funny. You're a Tether.
Because I'm talking on live in front of people. You cannot question my blackness.
Yeah, no, I'm not questioning your
I've been.
blackness.
My family has been here the same amount of time your family has been here.
No,
So
they
don't
haven't.
even try
No,
it.
they haven't. I hear
Don't
an
try
accent.
it.
You
Don't
have an
try
accent.
it.
You have
And
an
that's
accent.
not even a way to
You have
know
an
if
accent.
somebody's actually
You
Black
have an
American or not.
accent, ma'am. You have an accent.
So what? I grew
Your
up in New
accent
York
came out. No,
because
you
I
live
grew
in
up
New
in New
York.
York.
Oh,
I
that
grew
ain't a
up
New
in New
York
York.
accent. That's
New
not a
York
New
is
York accent.
diverse, and I grew up
No,
around
that's
a
not
lot
a
of
New
people.
York accent, ma'am.
Of course, it's not.
That's either a Dominican or a Puerto Rican. There's some type of Hispanic. I can hear it coming in and out.
Yeah, that's not a New York accent.
But like I said, I'm Black American.
No. You are naturalized Black American.
No, I'm not naturalized. My people have been here,
They
just
weren't.
like yours.
They weren't.
Just like
No,
yours.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were. So ask me another question.
You come from an
Because that's
immigrant
not a
background.
way that you determine if somebody.
I'm gonna tell y'all how these tethers do. This is a little backdoor thing that they try to do. She's as you guys know, this woman is a damn immigrant. She comes from an immigrant background.
No, I definitely don't. I swear to God, I don't.
Yes, you do, ma'am. You come from an immigrant background.
Okay, prove to me how. Prove to me how.
We can, because we hear your goddamn accent. We hear
Okay,
it.
I have an accent because
That's not
of
a
who
New York
I grew
accent.
up around.
I just left New York. I know a lot of FBAs.
You're not
who don't
around
sound
all
like
New
that.
Yorkers. I grew up in the Bronx.
I know a damn foreigner. You have an accent, sweetie.
No, I do not.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
And you talking about somebody from South Carolina? Nobody from no damn South Carolina.
I said my family. I was born here.
Right.
In New York.
And just the fact you talking about there were not Black people here at the beginning and the formation of the United States?
No, they were brought here. We were brought here.
At the beginning of the United States, who built the United States? Somebody had to build it. Who built it?
It was Black Americans that helped. They built a lot, but they didn't get credit for it.
Okay, so the Black people who built the United States, they were the foundation of the United States.
No, you're not gonna know.
Then what was
Because
the foundation?
other people
the
came and
foundation?
contributed also.
Who?
Like, we're not gonna sit here and act like we're the only ones that.
Yeah, that's a tether. That's not a Black American.
The United States.
That's not an Aboriginal American.
No, you're not gonna know.
Then what was
Because
the foundation?
other
What was
people
the
came and
foundation?
contributed also.
Who?
Like, we're not gonna sit here and act like we're the only ones that did stuff.
Who? Well, you know this is a tether right here. Who?
Everybody that came.
Who?
Are you an owl?
Yeah, I am, because I'm turning my head around trying to find out who
You can
built the
Google
United States.
like
Who?
different stuff that was.
Are you a owl? He said, yeah, because I'm turning my head around trying to figure out who. That's a bar.
Right here. Who?
Everybody that came.
Who?
Are you an owl?
Yeah, I am, because I'm turning my head around trying to find out who
You can
built the
Google
United States.
like
Who?
different stuff that was being done.
I'm
Even
asking you,
today,
ma'am.
things are being built. Okay.
No. We're talking about during the formation of the United States, 1700s, 1800s.
Whether or not, we still don't have anything to show for it. So it's just like you said.
No.
Causing confusion.
No.
You're causing confusion.
This is tether talk. This is
It's
tether
not.
talk. So I
It's
told you
not.
this is a
We
tether
should be
talk.
speaking positive stuff instead of being
No. You trying to change the
xenophobic
subject
on TikTok,
Who?
right?
No. Who helped build the United States with Black Americans?
It was other people that came as well.
Who?
You know, like people from that came on what is it? For New York Ellis Island.
Man, is this woman slow? Is she slow?
I'm not slow. No, I'm not
Did
slow.
this fool
But
say
I'm not gonna
Ellis
sit here
Island?
and discredit other people also.
Did she say
And
Ellis
act like,
Island?
oh yeah, we did every single thing. No, we did not do
Did
every
you
single
say
thing.
Ellis Island?
Shout out to Redskin for the Cash App donation. We appreciate that. Shout out to Redskin for supporting the channel. Appreciate the love and support. Shout out to the brother Redskin. Y'all support the channel. Hit the like button and share the live stream. All my FBA and Aboriginal brothers, drop a fire emoji.
We did not do
Did
every
you
single
say
thing.
Ellis Island?
Huh?
You said Ellis Island.
Yes.
Yeah, ain't that accent coming on out too, ain't it? That
What
accent is coming
accent?
right. Okay. Bye, ma'am. I'm not, no. Yeah. Goodbye.
A lot of these tethers come in cosplaying, man. they cosplay so goddamn much and they act like they can blend in. They act like they really got one up on us. Why do they act like that they really got us tricked, family? I need y'all to answer that question for me real fast. Why do they feel like they got one up on us? Like, yeah, I got these stupid niggas. They can't tell that we not them, that we cosplaying them. And then they got the nerve to say, oh, our home is better when they get caught. Or then it'd be the Africans that boldly be African. Oh, Rwanda and Zimbabwe is better than America. We're doing it much better. We're doing much better than you niggas. Let's get into this next conversation, man. Shout out to everybody in the building.
Sakiki.
Yeah, my brother. Yeah, I'm Sakiki, man.
Hey, Sakiki, how are you, brother? Hop on camera, Sakiki.
I got you.
If you there you go.
Yeah, I got a question for you, man. As you see right here, man, I'm representing Africa right here, man. You see me?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, man. Like, what was you doing in Senegal, man?
Vacationing, like I do all over the place.
Cause I know
vacationing.
Cause I know your FBA don't like us African. Like when I'm telling you, I live here in Baltimore. But when I came here to America, people was making fun of us, calling us African booty scratcher. You have electricity. You don't have no electricity. You live in mad hats. Like you see African, you see what actual speed prove it right now. Africa is not what I think it is. Like when I came here, somebody asked me, hey, have you ever seen a car before? Imagine if somebody asked me, have you ever seen a car before? Have I ever seen a car before? My dad was a taxi driver. I grew up in a car.
Sakiki,
I grew up seeing a car.
You were getting Sakiki.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it, Sakiki. Stop that bullshit. Will y'all stop that? We know that you got roasted when you got over here, sir. You got roasted, just like we do. That's part of the culture. They roasted your ass. All right?
Listen.
And all of that, why would we go to Africa? Why wouldn't we go? We don't hate Africa. We never said we hate Africa. Y'all don't like Africa. Y'all don't like Africa, Sakiki. That's the real deal. Y'all hate it. Y'all hate Africa.
We don't hate Africa. We don't hate Africa.
Yes, you do.
How?
Yes, you
do. How
do.
we hate Africa? Tell me how we hate Africa.
Because your ass is over here with us. That's how.
I'm over here.
You over here. You over here with us,
I'm a student.
Sakiki.
I'm here with my scholarship.
Don't you start that student shit. Don't you start that student shit. You ain't going back.
Listen.
Oh, wait. So, no, don't you start that student shit. Sakiki.
Tariq.
What, are you from Nigeria? Where
I'm not from Nigeria, man. I'm from the beautiful country of the 100 islands. I'm from Rwanda.
Rwanda?
Yes.
Okay. You ain't going back.
I am going back.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am going back.
You're never going back to Rwanda,
I am going back.
sir. No, you're not.
Let me tell you what. Let me. Okay, speak.
Tell me.
Let me
Tell me.
Let me tell you why I'm going back to Africa, right? As you see right now, what's the economy? What's the economy pushing us right now? Where is that? Who's doing better? Africa or American? This European come to take everything from Africa. They over there trying to take God from Congo. They over there from Cote d'Ivoire. They trying to bring the war between us and Donald Trump talking about right now. He said Burkina Faso, he's the biggest enemy of Africa. Because they have gold and mines, because they don't want them to take it. They don't want nobody to take their gold. It's their people. But the European Americans, they did in Iran, in Iraq, they want to do it to Africa too. Exactly the same. So that's what we're pushing back.
Okay, brother, that is tether babble.
It's not. How?
Let me get my brother. I go, Dan, can you deal with some of this tether babble, please, Dan?
Yeah, one second. Did you ask who was doing better? Like, this is what I'm saying, right? Let's just say what you're saying. You said what now? Who's doing better?
Who's doing better? Yes.
America.
That's my question.
America.
How is America doing better? With this poisonous everything, food is poison. Even the government is poison. Even you cannot go to a police station right now because
I can't.
They don't see you as a white person. They see you as a black.
That's not true. Let's be clear about this, right? Let's be clear, right? If America is so poison, why are you here?
Let me tell you. I said the reason why I'm here. I'm here because my scholarship.
Right?
I'm here as a student. I'm going to college.
Let me straight. So you come into a poison place for school makes it different.
Listen. Why it make different?
We just
over there in
talked about how
Africa,
everything they do
over
is
there
a
in
lie and a
Africa,
contradiction. Just pay
do
attention.
you know how
They
much
give a
is
lie.
the situation in Africa? Have you done your research? Go to Google right now, search up how much is a university from Africa and here. It's different. Here, everything we get here, as long as you're smart, you get everything free. You feel me? That's why I'm here. If I could afford,
So you here
my
to
college
wait?
from
So let
home,
me just say.
I could stay there.
So you're here to take the resources from us.
I'm
We
not.
earned it.
Listen, I'm not taking no resource. I'm not taking no resources.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
here to get what I have, what I did for you.
What did you do? For,
What you did for
What's do for us? Hold on, give me a second. I'm bad. Hold on. I'm coming to my apartment. Give me a second. I'm going to my house. You said you did what for us? I want to hear this story.
Let me say. I studied in Africa. I became smarter. After I became smarter, I got my scholarship. It made me come here. Feel me? That's why I'm here. That's why I'm learning. That's why I'm a student. I'm studying right now.
What did you do for us, Akiki?
What did we do for us? A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff got taken from Africa. A lot of resources they hear you America use. What the phone you have right now?
What did you do? No. You said all the stuff you did for us. What did you do for us? What did y'all do for
the
us?
The phone you have using right now. There's a combine in there. It's from Congo DRC. That's the one
that has nothing to do with you. That comes from the ground.
Yeah,
that has nothing to do with you. That's a mineral from the ground.
That was purchased.
Don't you American? Okay, don't you American?
Yeah, that was just something in the ground, sir.
That was in the ground.
That has nothing to do with you.
Is it from Europe?
Yeah.
Is it from America?
You didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with you.
How it does have to do with me? It's my blood.
Because it was already in the ground. It's been in the ground for millions of years, sir.
Listen, okay. Can you go to Egypt?
You can do nothing with it. How come you didn't do nothing with it?
If you have to do it,
nothing. How come you didn't do nothing with it? It's been there for millions of years. You didn't do nothing with it.
Listen. Why we do nothing with it? We use courts for electricity. We did use it for electricity. But you guys want to come there and steal it.
Then how come y'all electricity turns off at like 6 o'clock? When I was over there just now, the electricity kept turning on and off. So it's not really
What
working.
part of Senegal did you go to? What part of Senegal you go to? Did you go to the city?
Dakar. I went to Dakar.
You went to the car, right? You went to the car.
Yeah.
What did you see? Okay, you went over there. The electricity turned off, right?
Wait, hold on one second.
So, go ahead there.
Now you just said earlier, my bad, I had to get into my apartment. So you just said with a straight face that you that y'all got electricity over there. Now your homeboy Akon, are you familiar with him?
Akon, yes. I'm familiar with Akon.
He on this whole,
Senegal too.
I know. He went on this whole Lighting Africa campaign a while ago where he got $2 billion from the Chinese. Do you remember that?
$2 billion from the Chinese?
Yes.
He was building Icon City, but he didn't have the management it takes to build the city. That's why he stopped.
Time out. He was raising funds and he got a lot from the Chinese. Is that city built? That was 5 years ago.
You know why he didn't develop the city?
I just asked a yes or no question, sir.
Did he receive enough funds he needed? He didn't get enough funds he needed.
I asked you a yes or no question.
If he had it, listen,
here's the difference between us and you, right? I'll explain to you, right? See? You're sitting right there.
I'm sitting right here. Yes, I'm sitting right here.
Don't tell me what school you go to. I don't want you to dox yourself. But if you want to tell us, that's fine.
I can't say I go to Towson College. You can find me right here. I'm in Baltimore.
Gotcha. 100%. Whatever school you go to, I can guarantee you can thank Brown versus the Board of Education for getting you in there. That was something done by foundational Black Americans. So even right now, you're sitting there enjoying the fruits of our labor while trying to tell us, you know what I mean, that we like. It's crazy. What have
I'm
you
enjoying the fruits of your labor.
Yes,
you are.
Tell me how am I enjoying the fruits of your labor? Tell me how. How?
Because you would not be able to attend that university if it wasn't for the sacrifices foundational Black Americans made.
What do you mean I couldn't be able to entertain my university for my country? I'm telling you.
No. Listen.
For my
the only reason, listen, sir. I don't know if you've been watching the news, but if you watch what Trump did, Trump just pulled all those visas. Listen, there are less visas going out because all right. You know what? It's funny because it may not hit you now. We talked about this last year. Remember that flex? I told y'all this was gonna happen. We told y'all. See, this is the thing. Since foundational Black Americans are not stumbling for y'all no more, they're restricting student visas from a lot of countries. Number one being Nigeria, and trust me, Senegal is next. So while you over there, or wherever you're from, you can thank us. In 1960, look this up. Go to your student archives and look this up. In 1965,
I
Foundation
got
of
my
Black
computer right
Americans.
now.
Gotcha, look this up. Look up 1965, the Immigration Act that Foundation of Black Americans pushed through. Foundation of Black Americans went to the government and said, hey, listen, your immigration practices are prejudiced. You need to step it up. And guess what? They opened up immigration to a lot of African and Caribbean countries, right? Including the student visas. They expanded it again in 1990, in the mid-90s. I want to say 1990, maybe 92. I can't remember which one. And then they expanded it again in 2016 to the point where I want to say about 40-something% of student visas came from Africa since 2016. So everything that we've done to help you guys, and you looking at me telling us that you helped us by coming to our schools and you called the place poison? How does that even make sense?
I didn't say it's poison. I said the food is poison, sir. You misunderstood a little bit, right? I said the food is poison because it's not organic. That's what I said.
Is that bushmeat in Rwanda organic?
Yes, it is organic, sir. 100% organic.
Speaking of Rwanda, are you a Hutu or Tutsi? Are you a Hutu or Tutsi?
Listen, as we don't listen, let me tell you.
Are you a Hutu or Tutsi? Ask you a question.
Let me tell you the history of our country.
No, I know.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't you start that village shit.
In Rwanda, we don't use that because it brings genocide for our country. That's the one. That's the reason. It brings genocide.
No,
now we one person. We want this. Everybody's want this. We don't separate us.
You know. Listen. Wait. Got you. Did you have family that was affected by that?
Yes, I do.
What side did your family fall on?
My side family follow. They follow.
We are cutting the tall trees.
Listen. There was Tutsis by this. They don't follow no Jordan no more. They don't follow nothing like that. You feel me? Let me tell you how. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Oh my God.
If they listen, the European came. If you read the whole history, the European came to Africa. They separate about people. But back then we was equal. Everybody was African. Everybody was Rwandese. So they take somebody with a long nose, somebody short, call them Hutu and Tutsi. That's why they bring genocide. That's why if white people and Black American was fighting back then too, you know that what happened. That's why Dr. Martin Luther King stopped that. Because there was white KKK. You know, it was here too. White and black was fighting. It was happening. For in Rwanda, we say we can't separate each other. We all have the same blood.
Man, listen, bro. At the end of the day, you over here benefiting. You over here benefiting off of what Foundation of Black Americans done. See, when y'all talk about us be coming together and be unity or whatever, it's kind of hard to do that while y'all actively denigrating us and trying to throw us on the bus. Look, you just said that it's poison over here, blah blah blah. But yet you came over here. You could not have these opportunities afforded you in Africa, so you come here. And the only reason why you're able to come here is because of what Foundational Black Americans have done. It's simple. Right now, I guarantee you, you're getting some type of tuition assistance. You're getting some type of, looking at your background, you appear to be getting some type of SNAP benefits. There are a lot of things that you're gaining because of what Foundational Black Americans done. And then that dashiki is wrinkled up. So you don't even wear it every day. You don't even care about that. That's something you threw on just for the fly. You don't give a damn about this shit. Like, dog, y'all got to stop this lying, bro. Y'all got to stop this. And then you got this fedora. Come on, man. Nothing about you says Africa. Even the thing you treating this like a costume. It's like a wrinkled up Halloween costume. You don't care about this.
We're not treating you as a costume.
Look at him.
You guys are the one that treat us like a costume. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Bro, you got a photo with a okay, of all the people on the live right now, right? Mm-hmm. Who A has on regular clothes and B has on something they just took out the dryer. They didn't even dry all the way.
What do you mean?
Even dry that off.
What do you mean?
It's wrinkled.
It's supposed to be like this, bro. This is African.
No, it's not. No, it's not supposed to be wrinkled.
It's supposed to be like this, man.
Brother, stop.
You couldn't spray. You got to spray some Febreze on it or something, some Downy spray to get the wrinkles out of it.
You could have put that in the dryer for 2 minutes before you copped on here, but you don't give a damn about this shit. Look.
Okay, sir. I'm proud of wearing what I made for my country. So you Black American, right? So you have a white people clothes on. Did you make those clothes? Did your people
make those clothes? What are you talking about? Black people? Oh, okay. Let's correct you on this.
Your people make those clothes?
Listen.
This is my
blood. Listen. Sir, listen and you learn. Listen and you learn. Do you know who Booker T. Washington is?
Okay. I don't know.
Booker T. Washington. Booker T. Washington, he started to ski down there in Alabama. And he spoke extensively about how Foundational Black Americans know the difference between working and being worked.
Of course.
Now, this is important. This is important, right? As foundational Black Americans, every piece of labor done in the South was done by us. That includes tailors, horses, farming, all of that. Foundational Black Americans have always been a part of fashion. As a matter of fact, this is true. Look this up. Foundational Black Americans were listen. Foundational Black Americans' designs were so good when they did business with when the Southern slave owners did business with the French would come over to buy the cotton and also pick up garments made by foundational Black Americans. So when you talk about fashion, we've been a part of that for the whole time.
Let me build on that. Let me build on that. Even blue jeans, sir, that came out of foundational Black Americans in slavery. The denim, they called it Negro. The blue jeans. Blue jeans. Yeah, because we knew how to work the indigo and we knew how to dye and make up the blue dye with the indigo and the jeans. So we were cultivating blue jeans as we know it, sir. The dungarees, talking about the white man's clothes. No. You better really understand history, sir, and how our hands were a part of this thing. And by the way, so Kiki, take your hat off real quick. Let me see something.
I take my hat off.
Oh my Lord, there you go. Let's see, brother. Let's see that.
Who lined you up, big dog?
Boy, I look like you, nigga.
Listen, my guy.
Yeah, hold on. Are you auditioning for Alien versus Predator?
I don't support that, man.
Brother, like the thing is, y'all don't know the history, man. It's so funny. Like Tariq said, blue jeans, every type of fashion that you can think. Matter of fact, we'll give you one of the famous guys, Dapper Dan. He was a street guy from Harlem. He took high-end fabrics, remade his own stuff.
You gotta let me
like
speak.
Mike Tyson. Listen. He was so good at this that Gucci said, "Listen, bro, our designers are trash." They offered him a job. And you know the best-selling line that Gucci is right now? Dapper Dan. He almost 90-something. I'm trying to tell you, the fashion. I'm just saying,
I know Dapper Dan. I will speak about him too. I will speak about him.
No, listen. I'm just trying to get you to understand something, right? Even go way back to Booker T. Washington. Even in Tuskegee, they talked about how Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, were the ones who were designing all the clothes.
Right.
We were doing that. We started fashion trends.
What's a lie? What's a lie?
Sir, Louis Vuitton, it was clothes from Africa. It made by the tribe, by the Maasai tribe. That's where Louis Vuitton came from. They still own that designer from Maasai tribe.
You're talking about some Italian opera house shit. I'm not talking about that.
I can show you, right? You say fashion was brought by Dapper Dan. Dapper Dan, where Dapper Dan came? He came.
Time out.
You're talking about a new guy, right?
Hold on, time out. You're talking about something completely different. I'm telling you, I'm giving you a list of foundational Black Americans.
I'm giving you the history.
No, Dapper Dan had a shop.
And Louis Vuitton.
Hold on, listen. Dapper Dan had a shop in New York City where he made clothes, high-end clothes. People. He made stuff for Mike Tyson in the 80s. This is well documented. That didn't come from Africa. That came from Dapper Dan in Harlem.
No. They came from Africa, sir. Listen how they came from Africa.
How did they come from Africa?
Was wearing the Louis Vuitton before anything. And what Dapper Dan was designing? Louis Vuitton. He was designing Louis Vuitton. That's the designer he made. Am I wrong? Correct me.
Yes, you're wrong. What are you talking about?
Sir, let me show you. Dapper Dan was designing Louis Vuitton.
Hold on. Are you trying to say, listen.
Yes.
With a straight face. Well, listen, hold on, calm down. Deep breath. Let's get an understanding. With a straight face, are you trying to tell me that Dapper Dan got all his designs from Africa?
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh my God. See, we just talked about how much y'all lie.
Lord.
Of course.
Lord.
He got his design from Africa. 100% from Africa.
Who's the African Dapper Dan then?
Yeah. The Maasai
Who's
tribe.
the African Dapper Dan?
The Maasai tribe, sir. The Maasai tribe.
I've been with the Maasai tribe. They wear loincloths. They wear like loincloths.
What's the designer did you see of that clothes? What's the design you see of that clothes? And then what?
A damn loincloth and a spear and flip-flops.
And the logo,
I've been with the Maasai tribe.
Logo and material.
You know the crazy part? Dapper Dan even worked for Louis Vuitton. He worked for Gucci. So you on the wrong
okay. Dapper Dan never designed Gucci. He never designed Louis Vuitton. He never designed the clothes. The one who was making pulley strap everywhere like that. Making the hats. He was doing.
Brother, the man worked for Gucci. I'm not saying he didn't design
it. He designed. So,
brother, you trying to say because maybe some fat. Listen,
I'm a model, sir. I do modeling. I'm model for John Casablanca. I seen all that. I
They
seen
have
all that.
definitely lowered their
Dapper Dan,
standards. But
all
check this
these
out, gang.
people,
Look,
I
I
see all
understand
the
what you're
design.
saying, bro. Look, brother, I understand what you're saying, right?
Mhm.
But I want you to understand this, right? The point I'm making is from Dapper Dan all the way back to the 1817, 1600s, foundational Black Americans have been setting the trends in America. You ever heard the term cowboy before?
What?
You ever heard the term cowboy before?
A cowboy before? Yes, I did.
Cowboy, yes.
And the
Yeah, that
cowboy
was
culture
exclusively.
came from Mexico too,
Listen,
sir.
listen,
You know
listen,
that.
listen. That was exclusively a term of foundational Black Americans, but it was so cool everybody else adopted it. You ever heard of you ever heard of Heritage American?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did. Yeah.
Gotcha. That was a direct rip from foundational Black Americans. No matter what you point to in this country, as far as influence, it came from us. So from fashion, like you brought up, we just brought up to you Levi's, the jeans, the Indigo, that Flex was talking about, that came from foundational Black American. Even before that, we have always been the designers of fashion, brother. And then you know what we don't do? We don't walk out and wrinkle shit like this. That's how we know you're not one of us.
Nah, sir.
It's 1,200 people on here, bro. You hopped on with a wrinkled shirt.
Sir, I'm only my wrinkled shirt. So people come on, let me see what clothes you're wearing right now. Tell me if any black person, any like, you say you FBA, right? Let me see if FBA make those clothes you're wearing right now. Okay, FBA made that shirt? Is it that shirt made by we FBA? Who made that shirt? It's white people. Am I lying? Did you make that shirt? We can't hear you, man.
My bad. I said no. No,
Tariq,
my bad. I had mute.
Tariq, I got
I
a
said
question.
no.
Tariq.
But you see, it's not
The clothes
wrinkled
you're
though,
wearing
right?
right now. Who made those clothes?
Well,
it's not wrinkled
probably
though.
a Lebanese person because I'm wearing a Senegal shirt. I got a T-shirt that I got from Senegal.
Where does it come from?
Probably a Lebanese person made it because a lot of Lebanese are running shit over in Senegal. So.
What do you mean, Lebanese? What's material?
Yeah, when I went in Senegal, the Lebanese are running everything.
What's material?
Basically.
What's the material?
It's out of cotton.
It's out of cotton, huh?
Yeah.
There's no cotton in Africa?
Yeah, it's cotton over there.
And then how
That's
you
in
think?
East Africa.
And then how you think those people made it? We which cotton?
Wait, are you trying to argue that the resources? Wait, hold on. Are you trying to argue that resources equal manufacturing?
Of course, it is. If you
It
was
does not. It does not.
No.
That's not how that works. Listen, just because they got cobalt. Listen, I'm using an iPhone right now. It's a cobalt. They got cobalt and whatever else materials they get from this. They take it from Africa. They assemble it in China and they ship it to California. That does not mean Africa made my iPhone. That means they took the material from Africa. Doesn't mean Africa is responsible for iPhones.
Just like Sakaki is trying to take credit for cobalt being over there by Rwanda. Is that we made cobalt? You didn't make cobalt. It was just there in the ground, dude. They just dug it because you weren't doing nothing with it.
Listen, but you trying to say Dapper Dan make those clothes, but Dapper Dan never make those clothes, sir. He never make them. He never
made clothes that bear his name that we watch him stitching together.
How? The clothes was already here.
Hold on, wait, tell me. Wait, listen. Are you trying to say the argument is right? No, listen. I want to be clear on this one. Be clear on this. I want to be clear.
Let me finish first, though.
No, I got a clarifying question.
Please,
after I ask
let me finish.
I got a clarifying question, brother. So you saying that even though Dapper Dan has sewn raw material on camera to make those masterpieces, you saying he can't get credit for that?
Listen, let me tell you
why.
the
argument you're making?
No, he can't. Cause
wait, so if he sewed it together, he put it together from scratch. That means he made it, right?
He's not a creator. He makes stuff was already here.
Interesting.
He was already here, sir. He was already here. If he was not already here, he could create. He could start from scratch, sir. Dapper Dan never make that clothes. He never take the whole Gucci style from scratch, make the whole Gucci. Gucci was already here. He bought it by Italy. Gucci's from Italy.
No, listen, sir. He was so talented. Listen, he was so talented that the most popular Italian fashion house, reached out to him and said, "Hey, we need your help. Come help us." He said yes.
Sir,
that's what happened.
Sir, he's doing the same thing as what is Virgil did and what is Feroz did. Feroz William. They take the stuff and design. If you, it's like you give.
That's creation. What are you talking about?
It's not a creation, sir. Do you understand what's creation? Creation is the stuff you take from scratch.
He did that. He took raw material and made clothes. What are you talking about?
Who made Gucci? Who made Gucci? My question. Who made Gucci? What's Gucci from? Is he Dapper Dan, the creator of Gucci? Is he the creator of Gucci? He's not.
Sir,
It's Italy. It's from Italy, right?
I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it. So I will
Don't
go
lie,
slow.
sir.
I promise I will go slow.
Come on, man. I know
I will go
history
slow.
more than you. I'm 21 years
Listen.
old, but I don't know how old are you, sir? But I know the history more than you know. Not gonna lie.
We all got dreams, sir. Listen, this is the thing, right? You, with a straight face, are trying to tell me that a seamstress who took raw material, made shirts, made hats, made shoes, made designs. We watched him hand stitch this shit. You telling me he didn't create it because he didn't manufacture the fabric?
No, sir. Sir, anything you did anything you have been manufactured, anything you have been created from the scratch, it's not yours, sir. Let's be clear.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
Let's be clear, sir.
That's not how life works.
If I give you this hat right now, go put whatever you put it here, wherever you put, whatever, even you put your name, wherever you put scratches, wherever you put over here. Sir, it's not your hat.
So
design it.
Listen.
But that was already here.
Listen, Sakiki, stop. So if a car factory, stop it. If a car factory here in the U.S. gets some of its parts from China, so this car factory don't own it.
They own it, but they're not the creator. They just own it. They just give them the name as an owner.
Wait. So you understand how copyright law works?
Listen, sir. It's like you. I give you these glasses right now and go put your name on our hair. But did you create these glasses?
That's not the same thing.
Example. It's example.
Kid, hold on. Take a deep breath. No, that's not the same thing. No, listen.
Because you don't know how to make them. You don't know how to make them. They have those parts, but can they make them? Because they don't know how.
Sir, I'm gonna say this again because I understand. Like 21 is late, whatever. All right, you do understand how copyright law works. Now,
I do understand.
If you buy raw material and you decide to transform that raw material from a strip of fabric into a shirt and you put your logo on it, that now becomes yours after you buy the fabric. You understand that, right?
It become yours. I know it become yours. You become an owner, but you don't become a creator.
What are you talking about?
Yes.
Sir, listen to what you're saying. It don't even make sense.
You become an owner, sir.
You know what? Just do.
All right. Thank you. We're gonna wrap it up. Thank you, Dan, because he does this to tell the Bible. All right. Thank you. Okay. So, Kiki, thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
You can obviously see how these tethers just get on here babbling, lying, love to discredit Black Americans and take away from all of our accomplishments and contributions, man. These damn tethers are off the chain
right now. So that's that.
Got it. By the way, Matt is an Angolan. His family's Angolan. All right.
I mean, by that same logic, your family is Ghanaian. So that's that. I don't get the point. Because your ancestry, it's called genetics. Your genealogy traces back to Western Africa, no matter how much you try to deny it.
Everybody's ancestry traces to Africa.
False.
It ain't false. My ancestry goes to Africa, Europe, Asia, and here, sir. I'm a foundational Black American. I'm not a continental.
Yeah, but there's also something called like haplogroups, right? Like that's what you're failing to understand is that you specifically come from a set group or multiple different tribes in Africa. You have like maybe 20-30% European DNA, but you're at least 70% Western African.
No, because those tribes didn't exist centuries ago, sir. Many of those tribes became codified in the last a couple of hundred years. So no, I'm not a part of that, sir.
Genetically. Yeah, you are.
Genetically, I'm part of some of the Native American tribes too, going by that logic.
4 to 5% maybe, but you're 70% West African. Bro, we can look at you. The same way I can look at a Native American and Chelly's Native American, same way I look at a Chinese, Chelly's Chinese, same way that I can see a Western African that lives in America, bro. You're Western African. You can't take that away from yourself.
Yeah, but I've had an ethnogenesis. I have African genetics, but I have an ethnogenesis here, sir. I'm not a continental African. If I go to Africa, I'm a foreigner. You're African because you came directly from Africa. I'm not a continental African. I'm a foreigner if I go to Africa. Just like your family had to fill out paperwork to come here. I didn't.
So it's really simple. Well, I mean, paperwork was needed in order to make you an American and naturalized. I mean, it was. Like for example, 13th Amendment, the Emancipation Proclamation of 1863. Those things were paperwork that made you American. So paperwork was necessitated to make you American as well. 13th and 14th Amendment.
No, we were already Americans because we built the country and we were able to vote.
Wrong.
Even before the 14th Amendment. No, what you mean wrong?
So the reason why you're specifically wrong is because the Immigration Act or the Naturalization Act of 1790.
No. Wrong where? No, I said we built the country and we were able to vote. What was wrong about that? Let's slow down. What was wrong about
Didn't have
that?
legal power to vote, right? Under the Naturalization Act of 1790. Do you know what that was?
Sir, we voted before then, sir. There were places in this country that we voted before that time, sir. Do you not know history?
Sir, like who?
In different states, sir.
Give me the name of the person who was voting prior to 13th Amendment.
Yeah, there were several.
Can I get some names?
But I can't name the specific person.
Well, there you go, because they weren't voting. How's that?
They were voting.
They weren't voting.
So you're not even arguing in bad.
Paperwork made you American, man.
No, it didn't. We were
Yes.
already American, sir. It didn't. No, it didn't.
The reason why you weren't American is because of the Naturalization Act of 1790, which basically made it so the only Americans were free white men that swore an oath to the Constitution and that resided in America for at least 2 years. Those were the only people that were actually considered people that could vote. You have to own. You also had to own land as well, right? Which majority of Africans didn't own. But paperwork made you American, brother. You weren't considered American because you were a slave here. You weren't literate. They didn't teach you how to read or write. I mean, read Frederick Douglass and what he was talking about. I mean, simple fact.
That's not true, sir. That's not true at all. What you're saying is not true at all. You know that? Oh, goodness, sir. We were able to vote in this country for centuries. So in certain states, free black men could vote in certain states.
What year?
In the North and the South. In Massachusetts, black men were able to vote. In New Hampshire, black men in Vermont, black men were able to vote. In New York, black men were able to vote. This is very well documented.
In what year?
Sir. We're talking about going back to the 1700s. Also, in New Jersey, they revoked black men's voting rights in 1807. Get your pen and write this down. Document this stuff. We were able to vote. They revoked it in certain periods, but we were able to vote at certain times. All right. Even in Pennsylvania, we were able to vote. They started getting funny style with it around 1838. All right.
It's actually false. So the 15th Amendment was supposed to guarantee black men specifically to vote. The 15th Amendment barred racial, it basically barred people of different racial groups from being prevented from voting specifically. Obviously, the Voting Rights Act of 1965 made it so that Southern states couldn't impose Jim Crow laws like literacy tests, but the 15th Amendment granted you federally the ability to vote. We're talking about like actually on a federal level. Yes, certain states didn't have slavery. It didn't mean slavery didn't exist, obviously, right? That doesn't mean slavery didn't exist. If you're talking about like an example of a one-off example in one state where someone might have been allowed to vote, sure, but that's not like a generalized thing.
So now you're admitting, no. So now you said we couldn't do it at all. Now you are conceding that we were able to vote.
I'm not sure that's true because I'm not finding any source on that here at all.
Yeah, I just gave you some of the.
Well, you just told me. You didn't give me a source. You didn't give me a reference.
Oh, just look it up.
I just looked it up. Are black men voting before the 13th Amendment? It's
right. New Hampshire. All right. Black men voted in New Hampshire before the 14th Amendment. All right. Black men voted in Maine until 1820.
I'm only seeing stuff in the 1860s, sir.
No, sir. Where are you looking at, sir?
I'm using a search engine and I'm looking at National Museum of American History. I'm looking through the history, National Archives. I'm not finding anything here.
In Connecticut? Okay, let me look up some stuff because I don't know why because I know some of this stuff. Well, we were in fact voting as free people.
Before the 13th Amendment.
Yes. I'm talking about going back into the 1700s, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, what are you looking up, sir? Tell me what what sites are you looking at?
I just named you the sites I'm looking at, so I'm not finding any credible evidence of this.
You haven't told me one site.
I told you National Museum of American History. I told you history.com, nationalarchives.gov, and I'm not seeing anything on that.
Okay.
But I'm reading here from the archives.gov. It says that the 15th Amendment was passed by Congress and ratified during the Reconstruction era when the progressive wing of the Republican Party dominated Congress during the decade following the end of this U.S. Civil War. So again, the 15th Amendment barred, racial discrimination and specifically reference to voting, right? And in states, like southern states specifically, imposed Jim Crow laws. And the only way that that was able to be essentially destroyed was with the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which banned like any sort of like tests to prevent adults from voting, like literacy tests or competency tests.
Right. But if you were able to own land in certain places and you were black, some black people in certain states were able to vote.
Well, I'm not seeing any evidence of that, but even if that was true, some black people own slaves. That doesn't change like the general narrative and the general situation, right?
Name them. Who are the black people who own slaves?
Over 3,000 of them. I can give you the names. Hold on.
Give me some of the names.
Okay.
Give me some of the names of these black people who owned these slaves, the 3,000 black people.
I'll give it to you. Hold on.
I know y'all in the chat asking, is that a white man or is that a black man? Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm not for sure who that is. Some of y'all saying that that's a white man, but I think he said he was black.
If not the first, black slave owners in the British American colonies. A black man who came as an enslaved servant in 1621, gained freedom, became a prosperous landowner, and in 1655 successfully sued for a black indentured servant, like I told you earlier, John Kaser, to become his slave for life. So maybe he wasn't the first, but he was at least one of the first.
Right. Okay.
Unless you can find me one prior to 1621.
Yeah. Hugh Gwynn, sir.
Hugh what?
Hugh Gwynn. He's a white man. Gwyn. Hugh Gwynn.
Okay.
He was before Anthony Johnson. People have been telling that Anthony Johnson lie for the longest. Hugh Gwynn was the first one. He had a slave named John Punch that was enslaved for life.
So hold on. Actually wrong. So let me show you. Yeah, I'm Hugh Goyen. You have it right here. In his case, with an African servant named John Punch in 1640 is a landmark in American slavery. This was 1640. What I read to you earlier here says 1621 is when this man had the indentured servant specifically.
Who?
Anthony Johnson. So yeah, he was the first slave owner. He came before Hugh Goyen. It's a fact. People don't know history, man. It's a fact. It's actually a rare fact that the first black man to have slaves in America was black.
No,
from Angola too.
Hugh Gwynn got here in 1621. He didn't have no slave in 1621.
No, that's not what I said.
What is your, okay? You're bringing this.
So the landmark case.
Okay, no. What you just said 1621, sir. You just said 1621.
He
got here 1621.
That's Johnson. No, that's Johnson.
That's what I'm saying. Johnson did not have any slaves in 1621.
He did.
Just got here. No, he didn't.
No, so you're not understanding, sir. So
I'm understanding.
No, you're not.
Sir.
So he had an indentured servant in 1621.
No, he didn't.
He did.
John Castor That case was 1653, sir. That case was in 1653.
I'm saying he already had it in the indentured servant that you're talking about. He already had him before Hugh Goyen had him.
How?
What do you mean? How?
Anthony Johnson was an indentured servant, sir.
Yes, but did he gain freedom?
Yeah, he didn't get no freedom in 1621 because he just got here.
I'm not talking about just getting here. Did he gain freedom and own slaves as a black man?
Later on, he had some indentured servants.
Okay, great. He successfully sued for a black indentured servant, John Kaser, to become his slave for life.
In 1653.
Again, remember, your original argument...
No, because you're moving the envelope and you're moving the goalpost,
Nope.
sir. Yeah, and this proves my point that...
But he actually right, though. You know, he's actually right. Tariq just don't want to hear that part of the conversation. You know, I got to be real. He don't want to hear that part.
What's up, Star? Oh, God. Yeah, hello, ma'am. Hey, no. God. Lord. Here they go. Here they go. I don't feel like dealing with it. All right. Do not feel like dealing with it. All right. Let's see who we got. Who's that? Lukeman? Let's get Lukeman in here. I think that's his name. Mr. Luckman.
Yeah, hello, brother.
Hey, what's up, Luckman? How are you?
I'm doing good.
What's on your mind?
I was
sir?
just listening to the African brother. I mean, my English might be a little bit hard to understand because I'm from Africa.
Now, where you from? Where you
I'm
from?
from West Africa, Senegal.
Okay, just over there. Where you living now?
I live in Ohio, in the United States, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay, were you from Dakar?
Yeah, I'm from Dakar, Senegal.
Okay.
Yeah, I just heard you and the other brother, the African brother. You guys were talking about what black people made and on this planet Earth. I was just saying that the way that I heard you two were talking, it's kind of like a hate, and that's not good for us.
What hate?
No, just listen. I got some very important to talk about black people. You know what I'm saying, in general. You heard?
What word did you say was a hate word? What are you talking about?
No, I mean like the way that I see you two were talking as a black brothers. You know what I'm saying? That's not good. It's kind of like a hate. You know what I'm saying? It's like each one of you guys. You know what I'm saying? Because what
are you talking about, sir? I don't know what you're saying. You got to slow down and elaborate on what you're saying, sir. I don't know what you're saying.
I was just saying like I think we should love each other. You know what I'm saying? If a black I'm just saying like if a black man from America make something, and a black man from Africa makes something, it is all for black people. It's not just for one black person. The culture.
Who said what? Nobody made that argument, sir. You just made up a weird argument that nobody made. Nobody said anything.
Brother, I'm not trying to argue. I'm just trying to make everything look nice as black people. You know what I'm saying? I heard him talking about the Africans made these, and the other brother was saying, no, the African American made these. We are same people. You know what I'm saying? We are one people.
Then why y'all got so many tribes in Senegal?
Yeah. Let me talk about it. You see, we are same people, but each one of us have tribe, right? But like they said, just because we are different doesn't mean we're distant. You know what I'm saying? You can be
what?
No. I mean, like just because we are not, are not.
Man, this nigga trying to sound smooth. Oh man, just because we are not kin don't mean we are not distant. I mean, I'm not trying to be the divisive nigga. We the same. What?
One of us have tribe, tribe, right? But like they said, just because we are different doesn't mean we're distant. You know what I'm saying? You can be
what?
No. I mean, like just because we are not are not the same doesn't mean we are different. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that is that you can be a black person.
What are you, Wolof or Fula? What are you, Wolof, Fula, Mandinka? What are you?
Yeah, I'm a Fular.
Okay.
Fulani, but I speak Wolof. I speak French. I speak a little bit of English. You know what I'm saying? I know. I'm an African. I know there's so many tribes in Africa, but it doesn't matter.
Look, man, hop on camera real quick.
Let me go to the flight a little bit.
Yes, indeed. How long you been in Ohio, by the way?
I've been here for 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, just I understand that in Africa we got so many tribes.
Right.
Yeah, but having too many tribes doesn't mean that we are not black. You know what I'm saying? I don't think if you get what I'm trying to say. Like, as a black person, I can have my own thoughts. You know what I'm saying? My own ideas, but that's not going to make me different from another black person.
So how come you don't do all that love each other talk when y'all acknowledge your different tribes? But when we acknowledge our different ethnic group, well, we gotta all love each other, which having our ethnic group doesn't mean we don't love people.
Yeah, it is.
So why do we get the love speech?
That's what I'm saying. You see, many of us, not just Africans, black people, many.
And hop on camera while you're talking. Hop on.
Yeah, can you see me now?
Hit save, then I'll see you. Hit save. There you go.
Bad.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, like, what I'm saying is, having too many tribes doesn't mean we're not one people. You know what I'm saying? Because I can be a black man. I'm a black man, right? So I can have my own thoughts, my own way of doing things. But at the end of the day, I will be always a black person. My skin color will never change. I will always be a black person. Just because the other black person have different ideas doesn't mean that we are different. Crazy.
Brother,
yeah,
brother.
You know what I'm saying? Because
turn your head to the side, please.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Turn your head to the side. Sir, we're different, sir. When we see them head, that peppercorn and them edges.
Ooh, nothing short of a damn diabolical pessimist.
We see there's a difference and there's a respect there. It's okay. We're brothers. We love you.
That's what I'm saying.
But I know you're not from here. When I see that, we know you're not from here, and that's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay.
That's what I'm saying. See, I got so many African American brothers. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know black people can be different, but doesn't mean we're distant. You know what I'm saying? You could be African. I'm African. You are African American, but doesn't mean we are not black. It is all
okay.
It is all the same skin color.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. He's not.
This would be a bunch of that Tethers explaining ass shit. And they always want to be connected with us because we are the pinnacle of success. Without the attachment of us, immigrants and Tethers doesn't have any value. You feel what I'm saying? They don't retain any value. So with that being said, y'all be safe, be aware, stay vigilant, stay dangerous. It's your brother Aboriginal Power.